All right, we out here. Welcome to Wednesday Night Fights, episode 25. It's fucking hot edition. Actually, it's like almost, it's nighttime for, I guess, for all the rest of you, and it's almost nighttime here, and it's not that warm in my apartment. But either way,
I have two fans knowing it's hot.
Hot time, someone in the city, someone in the next dirty
brother.
gritty.
Yep.
Swing time.
Yeah, I don't remember either. Damn.
I won't do the rest of it because we'll get copyright strike.
Exactly. You said
too accurate.
so much.
That's
like
how
it.
solid my strong.
All right. But anyway, yeah. So we're out here for, again, SoulCalibur 6 as usual, and as always, we do have our Matcherino going for tonight. Exclamation Matcherino into the chat. We'll bring it up. You can click on the link, sign in, or create a Matcherino account, and click the light blue claim code button that usually goes just right here. I've already clicked it. Adds a free 25 cents into the prize pool. Costs you absolutely nothing. So if you could go do that, if every single person in chat goes and do that now, a couple of you won't even get to, because there's only 50 codes total for that. So if you could all do that, would be very much appreciated. There are also Twitch. There's only Twitch quests. That's, I guess, the only one. And a couple marketplace items you could purchase if you're so interested. You can also click the orange contribute button, and you can donate your own custom amount to the bracket as well. Shouts out to the Great Dreamer for $20 to the pot, and Rotary Lover for $5. And in addition to thank you to everyone who's already used those free promo codes, very much appreciate it. But yeah, use those codes. Our top 3 players can use it, especially because a couple of these players tonight are going to CEO, and that costs a pretty penny. But yeah, otherwise, we're going to go ahead and start to get started. So, how are we doing tonight? JJ, we'll start off with you.
I'm doing all right. I am getting everything together for Evo. I am registering, and I'm signing up for commentary. Boy, I hope that they choose me. If they don't, probably set the building on fire.
Whoa. Which building?
Oh, you know which building.
Got it.
Don't even try. I don't know how, like, you know, it's so difficult to set buildings on fire nowadays. The price of gas, it's just insane.
It probably only takes like 3 Molotovs. That's less than a quarter tank.
Less than a quarter tank around my area, that's like $75.
Don't make you feel bad. I live in Texas. Don't ask me what my gas price is, right?
Well, number 1, don't tell me what to do. Number 2, don't tell me what not to do.
Would you like to know then?
Oh, no, I don't really.
I won't say.
Fair
I just
enough.
wanted to mention that I'm looking at the bracket and I saw that Lolo was in this.
Yes, he is.
Along with a variety of the other people that we tend to see, Zefukai, Sly Tiger, Incendiate, Toothpaste. I mean, I think we've basically seen. I don't know Jar's Milk. I'm not sure that I know Jar's
Milk is a Songmina player, if I'm not mistaken. She's been entering a little bit more frequently, but
okay,
kind of new to the full competitive sphere. Did a lot of the PSN online tournaments, but now here she is on PC.
Okay, yeah, PC is kind of where everybody is congregated, isn't it?
I think when you like think about the strength of players at this point, even if you're like, well, the netcode isn't that much better, you just move over to PC if you're really looking for the competition.
Well, again, it's just the fact that the netcode is frankly even on PC not really up to par. Hence why we're doing Parsec stuff so often. So you know, it's really the only way that you can get like true blue competition, and even then, compared to offline, it's a very difficult thing to compare. But it looks like we've got who is this? We've got Killerbot
versus Great Dreamer.
Yeah, I don't know Great Dreamer. Killerbot is somebody that I've seen around and ranked, at least for a little bit, maybe a little under a month. And I've seen that he's been going through Twitch chats and stuff too, so I guess he's an up-and-comer that's
grinding out. Not only is he grinding out in the ranked, he's also grinding out looking for sets. Definitely a real up-and-comer when it comes to notoriety, right? Like, he's not someone that's super duper known, but you can already see that he's very solid and plays maxi close to his chest, right? Like, look at the way that he's playing right now. Trying his very best not to overextend on anything big, going for his frames whenever he has them, frame traps, and not like taking big risks on auto GIs just yet. And then we
Speaking
see
of auto
Great
GIs.
Dreamer do it, yeah.
Oh, okay, here we go. So,
spicy.
Yeah, I think I honestly can't remember the last time. Wow, what a choice! Oh, you can't. He sidestepped that. Wow, you are a brave soul. How did you do that?
You have to be further away, right? So because he wasn't range 0 when that happened, the retracking didn't happen.
I'm willing to bet all the money in my pockets, though, he sidestepped the other way. Yeah, he's out. He sidestepped the other way. No, he's not. Wow, I'm just lying all over the place. But I'm pretty sure if he had sidestepped the other way during that unblockable, he would have gotten hit.
Yeah, like range 1 and range 1.5 and range 2, it doesn't track nearly as hard as range 0. Range 0, even if you step it to the left, sometimes you will still get hit.
Yeah, overall, I find that Killerbot's, kind of like what you were talking about, I find that Killerbot's style is a little bit more contained than we typically see from Maxi players, and I feel like he basically just is going for frame advantage off in certain spots, trying to utilize the auto-GIs. I don't think he's out this time. Okay, good. I didn't make a lot.
Chatters, if you're not in an ad, Killerbot did take the first game.
Somebody please confirm to us that we are in fact talking to human beings.
I'm gonna say refresh. Maybe they can't hear us.
Okay, so it sounds like or it looks like we are in fact back. But Killerbot ended up taking the first game. Very solid stuff.
Dreamer switched off characters. Not something I expected to see out of him. He's usually a foul I don't see too much Yoshi out of him when I see him in the online tournaments at least.
Yeah, especially if he knew somehow that he was going to be ending up getting this stage. Pretty solid pick.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the better stages for Yoshi. Into all walls, no ring outs. Who cares about the 2-2B ring outs? You can just get wall combos that do the exact same amount of damage as a ring out.
As a ring out, yeah.
One combo. Yeah.
Okay, I guess Killerbot had just imagined that. I do appreciate the fact that Killerbot doesn't really go for like level 2 mix-ups yet. Wow, he didn't get. That's a shame. It's a shame that, I mean to say, Killerbot is just kind of going with level 1 Yomi. He's just going with force blocks once he goes into certain stance transitions. He's not necessarily using the auto-GIs all that much, except for specific situations. And I think, assuming that the opponent has never really established to you that he understands how to deal with these situations, then there's no reason to go any higher than where he is now. He's doing a very basic maxi stance mix as well. Shout out to 2019.
Yeah, the old school. That's the classic right there. I haven't seen a lot of that anymore. Yeah, there we go. And tried to go for the sidestep soul attack. Yeah, tried to go for the sidestep soul attack. We all know how this game works now. If you guys are upset about that, counter hit retracking has been a thing for a very long time in SoulCalibur 6. They're normal. Wait to get your whiff on it. But I do like the attempt to go for it there, making sure that he keeps him honest and makes his make sure that he goes for something small. And that is exactly what he did there.
There's also a very good chance that even if he didn't try to, if he was just trying to hard sidestep, he was still going to get caught by that.
Oh yeah, Maxi's tracking's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, Killerbot has really not been wrong on virtually any of his stance transitions. The only time that Dreamer has been able to try and find a way out is when he's ended up mashing, and I actually find that mashing against maxi stances is possibly the worst thing that you can do. It's just, if you don't really know where the stances end or where you're supposed to try and initiate a level of step duck, you can't really, like, get out of there. There, when you ended up getting a sidestep, he could have just, oh, did you just get that?
Yeah, he did, and I think he might just be dead here.
We went from 2019 to Heaven's Guard start of season 2.
Oh my gosh, the pixel and closing it out with the 1B. Killerbot is... I don't think that there's a worse way to describe him as a player other than his name. That is the best. Like, he was so methodical, right? Like, he knew exactly when to lay on the pressure and exactly when to hold it close and make sure that he didn't overextend, and it worked out perfectly in that match.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is, with all due respect to Dreamer, he really didn't know Maxi at all. And so Killerbot didn't really need to make much of a sweat. There are plenty of situations where Maxi's stance mix-up is going to lose to things like Step Duck, which is something that is a little bit difficult to apply online, but certainly in Parsec, you're going to have a much easier time with it. And trying to mash, especially like long shots, things that are like I-14 or higher, is going to be very risky and is going to provide Killerbot with a lot more opportunities to get a lot of stance mix. So I find that mashing less and being very, very defensive is typically the way to go against Maxi offense.
Yeah, once you learn the counterplay, a lot of Maxi's stances become, I won't say null and void. They don't become completely useless, but they're usually not really risk. Yeah, they're not very risk reward in his favor once you start to understand them a little bit more.
Yeah, at best, you just get a lot of, a lot of sound and fury signifying nothing when it comes to Maxi stances. I honestly feel like Step Duck in most situations against most stances is going to be A-okay. The fact that you can also re-GI his auto-GIs has always been something I've never truly understood, but that's the way it is.
I don't like regiable auto GIs. Like, for the fact that there's so many in the game that you can't regi.
Typically speaking, the ones that are regiable,
right?
yeah. Typically speaking, the ones that can be regi'd, if they don't get regi'd, they do double or even more damage than like a traditional auto GI from Amy. But it does seem odd when somebody can be 100% right about something and yet still get beat up.
Yeah, like for example, back parry from Keelik, the worst auto GI.
Yeah. But man, if he ends up actually getting like that amount of damage, then there you go.
Yeah, I will say that through the efforts of the community, a lot of these characters have been figured out to the point where most things are very easily labbable with a lot of the tools that we have, not just in game but like in resources. So,
well, it's also kind of difficult. Because how often are you seeing Maxi in tournament nowadays? I mean, with the quote-unquote death of Rich Sticks, it's difficult to find a reason to try and learn the Maxi matchup. It's just not really something that comes up in America, at least. It does in the EU, but that's about it.
Now are, what, Two Swords and Ares the Wolf at most. And Two Swords also has, like, 3 other characters.
Yoshi
so, like,
and a variety
betting
of
on the Maxi is not the best idea.
Like, you'll find a handful of them in ranked, but it's just not very often that shoutouts to Fan Lee in the EU. That's probably the best Maxi player I can think of at the moment. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I ran into Tony Wheeler on ranked like the other night, and I had a fat long set with him, and that was actually really fun. I actually felt like I was learning a little bit for once in my life.
There you go.
It was wild, and then I would die, and I was like, maybe not.
I have run into... There's a handful, again, that you'll find in ranked. Steel Panda comes to mind. There's Joe How. There's another one that I'm forgetting. Oh, what's his name? Oh, it doesn't matter. But there's like a handful of Maxi players that you'll find online, but offline at least, or in competitive play, it's just not really much of a thing that you end up seeing. But okay. I honestly don't remember the last time that I saw these two play. We're looking at Infectious with Ivy against Sly Tiger with Talum. I imagine this is going to be the quintessential slobber knocker, as they both go pretty buck wild with their characters. It's just going to be a matter of whether it's a quintessential archetype of trying to keep away versus trying to get in. So I imagine Talum is going to deal with the obstacle course that Infectious is going to be able to set up for a significant amount of time, and then Talum's going to get in once and potentially melt the health bar, especially if meter's involved.
Yeah, I think these early stages of the round are definitely going to be mostly about meter building for both these characters. Right? As Ivy, you really don't want to let the character in, and if you do, that was unfortunate, but still gets the pickup off of it. Now, usually against this character, you don't want to let her get in, but when you do, you want to be able to burst her off with something like a Soul Charge. So these early rounds are definitely meter build intensive. See, that is exactly why 2 REs in a row already has the full bar, lost the round, but has the guard gauge at yellow and a full bar of meter.
I gotta say, I really feel like Sly dropped 3 different opportunities in that round and yet still won, and I think that that's kind of crazy. I also remember people telling me that this matchup is actually pretty difficult for Talum. A lot of her stance transitions kind of get beat up due to the risk-reward ratio being so heavily in Ivy's favor, as her defensive options can really just destroy a lot of the highs that Talum is able to dish out.
Are very good against Talum, right? The 4B, the 2-2A, things like that. The 2B plus K.
While Rising A is honestly not that bad either, the counter hit combo you're going to get off of like a Talum
terrestrial screen,
yeah, speaking of full screen.
The position she doesn't want to be at, already getting back in those Sly Tiger, making the most of his time in here.
Man, Infectious is just doing a very standard kind of keep away stuff. We're not really seeing a lot of those defensive mixes that we were talking about. We're basically just seeing constant push out and just utilizing strong frame advantage. Until Sly Tiger is able to shore up his offense, this is basically going to be the tail of the tape. Okay, here we go. He's got one shot.
Will he capture it or let it slip? Yes, I did it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, that's fine.
Ooh, speaking of one shot,
thank God.
The throw and
Infectious
wakes
really
up
came close to not punishing that throw. I mean, he didn't punish the throw, but that came close to costing the entire match. But yeah, that was one hit in Soul Charge, and Infectious had basically lost his entire health bar.
That's exactly the kind of dynamic you were referring to earlier in the match, but the exact same dynamic on the side of Infectious, right? All of these big combos push Talon back out or put them in a position where it's hard for them to punish Ivy.
Oh, took out the bar.
Yeah, stealing bar immediately. That's got to be a big win, right? Doesn't have too much life left, but if he can get this one read, it could be another one.
Before he had it right there, and he didn't end up. Oh, that's a real shame. He had the whip, and he just didn't. He could have gotten a 4BA or something. I don't know what happened there. That's bad. Okay, so that's 1-0.
Yeah, that was definitely still a lot closer, right? Like, not even looking at the tail of the rounds. Each life bar was definitely in Sly Tiger's favor to be able to bring the comeback, to surmount a victory from the claws of defeat. But, oh, this stage has got to feel real bad.
I mean, for one of them.
Yeah, definitely for Ivy. I think the small boxy stage for Talon is pretty good here, especially because something like 6k at the wall is going to lead to such big damage that making big wins.
Oh, no.
Okay, I think we're live.
Talon really throws a lot of highs, huh?
Definitely not using these highs very well for her advantage. Probably want to. Oh, that's one of those situations that we were referring to where her counterplay for these stances is just so strong. That 4BA. I'm sorry, that B4, right? That's B4. That was amazing.
Boy, remember how we were saying that like this stage was going to be like really in Talon's favor?
When we've only seen one wall combo from Sly Tiger? Yeah. It looks like Infectious just had the matchup down pat, which is, I think it was kind of late, yep.
Or too early, sorry. Okay, I mean, like, you know, Sly is always able to get, like, this one piece of offense, and it's, like, almost enough. It's, like, 80% of the way there. And then it's just one defensive option from Ivy, like, completely crushes it. So I doubt this is going to kill.
The bar of needle? No, it won't kill, but already another bar of meter. I think it's fine. I believe.
I feel like an wall is coming in some fashion. And
another wall splat is
gonna.
And then here comes the mix. Yes,
it's already shame we had to spend that bar though.
Deal with it.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's great and everything, but 2 bars to 0 for the last round. I just don't see how he's going to be able to pull this off. Infectious is just going to be able to burst away so long, and Talon's not really going to have an option to get in. I mean, it's Talon, so anything's possible. It's just like so much chip damage. Yeah, you're not going to have.
This is already half life on chip. Yeah. Is that going to lead to a full combo? Holy shit, okay. I didn't know that. That's
I didn't know that either. Okay, so dead to the Oki here. I'm going to guess...
Mid? I'm guessing mid.
2B. No, I was wrong. Run up A plus B short. Yeah.
I didn't say it was going to be a fast mid.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be 2B, but okay. Alright, that was pretty quick. It just really seemed... I don't know. Sly was not really on his game. There was a lot of Oki setups that ended up falling apart, some with punishes that didn't come to fruition. It's a difficult matchup, but then if you end up shoring up a lot of the stuff that ended up getting dropped, especially like stuff that we just saw exemplified at the very end there, I think Sly does A-okay. So next time we see this, it could go radically differently.
Yeah, not getting a lot of those combos, like big drops, feels pretty bad, but it is the hand you're dealt. Like they say, it'd be like that sometimes. So there is still the loser's bracket for Sly Tiger, a very, very strong competitor, so fully expecting that we'll see some more of him later tonight. Hey, you have the commentators wrong, but it's fine. No problem.
Yeah, why does it keep changing? I fucking hate
Do you want to
this.
be Konmai or do you want to be Uwu? JJJ.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, the commentators on this. Oh, crap, he's changing it. Never mind. I was going to say, did you want to be Uwu or did you want to be...
I don't even know who Uwu is. And also, Konmai never gets back to me when I want to talk to him, so I don't want to be him either.
Hey,
Can
Uwu's
you
the
guys
homie.
tell me why Konmai, like, is so difficult to contact?
Would you like
why
me to try to get a hold of him to get back to you?
Karen's
yeah,
prison.
I've been trying to... Can you guys, like, when you see him...
It's mostly Karen's prison.
Talk to him about, like, why he won't talk to me about the thing that we were going to talk about?
Yeah, I'll let him know. I'll definitely try to get a hold of him for that.
I really hope that one of these days we end up conversing about the thing that we were going to talk about.
I steal all my Ivy tech from YouTube. Amy Lionheart mostly. That's a good YouTube channel.
Amy Lionheart is a very good Yeti player, yeah.
I knew that Amy Lionheart hated Amy, the character, and I went to an NLBC one time where I saw Amy Lionheart pretty solidly, convincingly beat Ramon, and I was very nervous to play against her. And then we ended up playing, and afterwards, she came up to me. I had no idea that she knew who I was, and it was I think one of the few times that somebody has said that they found it to be an honor to play against me. And for some reason, that has always stuck with me because that was pre-quarantine and stuff.
Do you remember our very first set?
Yes.
The exact opposite of that situation.
That set does not paint you in a particularly good light, and I have not personally brought that up in years. If you wanted to, that could be erased from history.
I
and no
love
one would
that
know.
set. I know. I absolutely love the difference between knowing who someone is and not knowing who someone is. So showing them way less respect.
Yeah, I love changing my name for that kind of thing. Shout out to Entertainment Biggs.
You can see truly what a person thinks about a random compared to thinks about you, right?
Yeah.
I was screw this guy, stupid mash, you're getting all these lucky auto GIs, and you were like, dang, I've never heard such colorful language about me. And then I was like, oh dude, it's JJJ. Thank you for the game.
Oh no, that reminds me. That was who's what's his name? The GG's My Seek Better. What's his name?
Big fan of Legend Gear. Big fan.
Yeah, Legend Gear. Yeah.
That fool, I was watching him play the player formerly known as Florida Man on stream at one point.
Yeah.
And I remember he was streaming at the same time, and I peeped into his chat, and he was just so angry and salty.
This guy's so
just
lucky. This is a 2-bar connection when it's like a 5-bar. Yeah.
He's just mashing, he's just shooting, he's getting away with such a scrub. And then all of a sudden someone in chat man just oh hey, this is Florida Man. And he was like, oh man, it is. Oh man, you're such a good player, man. GG's, man. I had a lot of fun. And I was I watched that happen in real time right before my eyes, and I just kind of.
It's great. It's lovely.
Yeah. The one thing that I remember from that set that I had with you was we had played 2 or 3 games, and then somebody who I'm not sure if they knew who I was or anything, but somebody in your chat was like, "Wow, this Amy player is pretty good," and you read that and you're like, "Okay, this guy said that. Wow, this Amy player is pretty good. He's not." Let's get that out of the way right now. He's not.
This guy's not good. He's actually just getting extremely lucky.
You went out of your way.
Never.
Just no.
I'll never admit that clown with muffins is good ever.
Oh man, the forbidden name. Was I clowns with muffins at that point? Yeah, I guess.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. That was that's pre Huey Piano. Huey Piano was the first name I used in competitive fighting games. That was back in 2006 or 7.
I'll never forget my old name, Kinchi Sanki, and then when I changed to Subpar and people lost me, they were like, who the hell is this Subpar guy?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's the same guy you lost to before, man. Don't worry.
Yeah, I change my name all the time because JJJ is a name that I really don't like. I told you guys about the origin of that name, right?
Not that I remember.
I don't think you told this story to us. You probably told it on stream.
Yeah, I've told it a bunch, and I think it was done in that SoulCalibur portal thing. But so when I was first getting into the SoulCalibur community, this is a story that a lot of people probably in the chat have already heard. But when I was getting involved in the community, 8wayrun.com was the place to go. That's how you found out. And at this point, I had used the name. I used to be a Smash player, Smash Melee player, and I went by the name J, as in just the letter J. That was the name that I went by for competitions. And I went to 8-Way Run, and I tried to sign on as J. I tried to create an account, and it said that your name needed to be at least 3 characters long.
Huh.
Oh, no.
So I'm not particularly creative or anything like that.
You could have totally been Butt Destroyer 69420, but you just chose Triple J.
And it's important to note, when I was creating that account, I was just creating an account on a website. And then the first tournament I went to was a Jaxel Dome in northern Jersey. Jaxel was the person who ran 8-Way Run, who I assume still runs 8-Way Run. And so I go to the tournament, and I give him the money to enter, and he's like, okay, what's the name that you're going to use? And for some reason, I didn't have an answer for him. When he asked me that, after I had driven, almost 2 hours to go to the tournament, I sat there thinking, boy, I should have an answer for this. And I hadn't really thought about it. And then he goes, after I had hesitated for a while, he just goes, well, what's the name that you have on 8-Way Run? Let's just use that. And I was like, it's JJJ. And he goes, wow, that name's really awful. And he left the room.
Congratulations.
It's not a great name.
An origin story for the ages, honestly.
It doesn't roll off the tongue. Now, all of the variations of it, I'm fine with. Triple J probably being the most common one. Those are all fine, but that's the reason why I change my name all the time.
What about J squared? How would you feel about that?
No, that's not how it works.
Okay, fair enough. Just thought I'd ask.
Yeah. No, I understand, because the problem is that now you're relating my name based on size. That's how exponents work, and it makes it sound like I'm fat, and I don't like that.
Oh wow, we're fat shaming now?
I just said my own personal feelings about my own body. Now, if you guys want to project that to all other kinds of things, that's on you, and it has nothing to do with what I've got going on in my own life. Now, if you want to hear the origin story of Sinbad, that would take 4 to 5 hours, and the only people who know the true origin story of that are people who are probably not in the community at all anymore, and it's frankly not that good of a story anyway.
I just realized I pop off way too much, and I really like beanies. And our set helped me realize that, so that was around the time that I changed my name to BeanieThuggish. Before that, I was Subpar. That name was stolen from a Melee player. Look at that. We both have Melee origin stories. Nice.
I feel like there's a lot of people who are like that. A lot of people started as Melee players.
Yeah, like I played Melee in my local city, and there was a guy named Clay. And shout outs to Clay. He stopped playing. I was like, hey, man, Subpar is a cool tag, because if you lose to someone named Subpar, you're worse than them. Can I have your tag? And he was like, sure, do it justice. And I started playing a lot of SoulCalibur and changed my name to Subpar. And I didn't do it justice. I'm bad.
Yeah, it's a shame. Maybe one day you'll do something justice ever in your life. We've got Man versus Machine Gun Kills going right now. Halmar versus Killick is not really a matchup I see very often.
I think this matchup feels good for Killick, though. I will say.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I feel like that punch could have been a little bit better. The problem is that Killick's approach options are about as bad as it gets. That's honestly like the weakest portion of his game plan. The way that Killick gets a lot is by naturally spacing out, which doesn't work on Halmaru at all.
Halmaru is definitely the better mid-range character in this matchup, right? The thing that you want to do is just get that first knockdown, and once you do, being in his face with a lot of these buttons, oh, nice hit. Being in his face with a lot of these like faster range like lows that are plus or 0 on hit, they're really strong against Halmaru.
Oh man, that was a fantastic chase away. But yeah, I honestly feel like both of these players are playing the matchup in a way that I find surprising. I would imagine that both players
would be a little bit further away.
Stay away as much as they want, but they're both playing very aggressively. Now, obviously, this is working for Duelaman, so hey, who cares?
This is probably my favorite part about SoulCalibur 6 is the amount of player expression that each player has, right? Like, if you watched maybe a different Keelik and a different Halmar, maybe we would see that exact matchup that we were expecting to see on screen. But these two guys are slugging it out, and it has nothing to do with like their skill. It has everything to do with the way that they want to play the matchup, and I like it.
There is no better exemplification than that than watching Combo Breaker and seeing Boom and Toothpaste. And just the difference in that
wand. Oh, the two wands,
yeah. It could not. They are two radically different characters. There had to have been a better combo there for Duelaman.
I believe so.
I believe that was not there. I don't know, but it seems like Duelaman is going to
definitely
take
in
this.
Control, yeah. He's at least in control, right? This is a pretty bad situation to be in as Keelik, right? Because even if you get this round, you're on 2 bars of meter, but like it doesn't mean much because you can't just drop into Soul Charge yet. You can't just drop into Soul Charge whatever you want without losing a whole lot of life.
It's very tricky to use Killick bar. I really feel like it is a different thing than any other version of Soul Charge due to the how much life you are losing progressively. It's the only character where, you know how you will have 2 players at the very last round, and then one of them has 2 bars versus the other person. And depending on those characters, you'll think that like, okay, if it's Mina who has 2 bars and the other person only has 1,
go nuts.
That Mina player is in the lead. Aswell in the lead. Astaroth in the lead. If Killick has 2 bars to my 1 Amy bar, I think we're honestly probably about even.
And it depends on your roses, right? Like if you have
assuming that
red,
it's the last
like,
round
yeah,
and I
good.
have red, yeah.
Ooh,
oh boy, rolling right in.
That was super nice. Does not get a ring out off him, but does get a whole lot of ring out characters. I like the back away there. Like,
oh, for sure.
Halmaru got to approach very well, but I do like the fact that he's just like sticking with center stage, trying to play as safe as possible. And this is the Keelik that you were expecting to see before, right? Playing a lot more of this mid-range matchup.
I feel just like overall, because that's one, very the antithesis of what I was talking before, where I feel like Killick's ability to fantastic tech rush there. Killick's ability to get in is very bad, but his ability to simply space out naturally due to the pushback of his attacks is some of the best in the game. And I think that if you're dealing with a Halmara player who's playing this aggressively, that's still something that you can rely on.
Yeah, like if you're not both trying to play that mid-range game, I think keeping your opponent out of range where you can make them with and maybe actually get to spin that meter on something like a CE, this character gets a whole hell of a lot stronger.
Yeah, we're doing a whole bunch of like string offense and defense. Oh man, no, I really feel like 6A plus B is the actual whip punish there. I mean, you could basically kill Halmara. And honestly, I'm surprised we're not seeing a lot of 6A plus B from Machine Gun here. I mean, that is a -12 punish, so at best, at absolute best, Halmara's getting a 6-6K. Who the hell cares? Yeah, and that's assuming he's 100% on board. Did he just immediately do a 6A plus B after I mentioned it? I hope I'm not actually interacting with the players here.
No, interact. Yeah. Give
no, I don't think that's a good idea, because then I'm affecting the tournament. I don't want to do that.
Hey, wow, that actually... I will admit, I think a lot of people actually listen to the commentary while they're playing. Right? Like, there's not much we can do about it. The best thing we can do is just discuss the matchup that's on screen and hope that what we're doing is still giving us the best competitive SoulCalibur that we're going to see.
Man, how Mario can get hit by Killick 2A and then backstep Killick while rising mid. That's insane.
Isn't it lovely?
No. That is not the first, second, third, or fourth word I would have used to describe the situation. But similar to what I was talking about before, 2 bars to 2 bars in the last round, I think that Halmara is ahead. Now, that being said, we haven't seen anybody spend any bar, like, at all. So what's up with that? Is this just going to be, okay, here we go.
Spinning some meter. I think if he can get a nice whip punish, if he can get a nice whip punish with something like a CE, but I think the matchup slowly starts to get further in his favor, especially because he gets some of that life back as well. Nice, good counterpoke immediately using that DP.
It's over it. Yeah. Now this is the problem, is that assuming, now you're going to do this, but you still have to deal with the Rage CE, the Rage Soul Charge at this point, and that's assuming. No, I honestly feel like you needed to go all out there. This is going to be very tough now for the Killer player to get out of this. Yeah, you had to effectively eat the forward grab there. The back grab would have killed you. And that's
both kill you.
You know what? That's a good point. Both of them kill, so honestly, it doesn't matter. But that was a tough situation. I think he needed to stay in Soul Charge.
Yeah, even though you're losing the life there, you're going to deal way more chip damage, way more damage in general, and just be more threatening.
You needed to make a comeback.
As Soul Charge Keeler,
Yeah, you just straight up needed to make a comeback. That's just the way it is.
We've seen so many sweeps tonight so far. Just a whole lot of 2-0s.
Has the entirety been 2-0? No, Pheromontress versus Revan was 2-1, but I'm looking at the entire bracket, and other than that match, they were all 2-0.
Oh man!
I mean,
these people are definitely swinging out tonight.
Round 1 and 2 of a lot of tournaments tend to go that way.
You don't have the data to support that.
Yeah, I would love to see the math on that, sir.
You want me to use start for like literally anything?
No, never mind. I don't want to do that to you. I'm sorry. My bad.
That's like, man, why do you hate me? All right. So, okay. Sorry, just checking one channel, but
you just get dizzy there for a second.
Well, I'm hoping OBS doesn't crash on me again.
Let's all keep our fingers crossed. Everybody in chat, keep your fingers crossed.
Hey, get out of the
You think I'm kidding?
I'm not. Right? That'll help.
All right, I'm gonna update this, but the Matcherino is still going. We are currently sitting at 35.75 in the pot total. We have 27 codes remaining. If you have not already, !Matcherino brings up the link. Click, sign in to your account. Click that claim code button. Use those free promo codes. They're going down as I speak. I love to see it. Thank you, chat.
Going down in an earlier round. Sugar, we're going down swinging.
No, you pronounced that with way too much clarity.
Oh, my bad.
I understood every single word you said.
Is that better?
Okay, careful, copyright.
Oh, my bad. I've been told I sound like a Black Patrick Stump. My bad. I apologize.
You guys are fine. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna say, can you get copyright claimed against just like basically nonsense slurred syllables?
Oh, I'm sure that you can get copyright stricken from anything.
There's definitely certain types of music that perfectly describe inaudible noises. Like if you sing a Disturbed song, you could just be going and you're getting copyrighted.
That was just the Numa voice.
That's David Dryman. I was singing Disturbed. That was indestructible.
Doesn't sound like it. Sounds like the Numa voice.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds sus to me. All right, but anyway, yeah. So we got the match arena going. So again, yeah, use those codes as much as you can. Again, support our top 3 players for tonight. All right.
Don't support any of the others.
Yeah, only the top 3.
Everybody else can go to hell.
Yeah, because it's a tournament.
Too, that's so true.
I also forget, if you want, there's also, I haven't brought it up in a while because I haven't need to, but we are getting not quite there. Exclamation donate brings up the link to my PayPal as well as the Parsec Fund spreadsheet in Google Docs.
Google.
Yeah, Google. Because again, these Parsec tournaments are not free. We run Parsec using Amazon Web Services servers, which cost me a little bit of money. So I'd very much appreciate if you're able to just send me like $1 or $5, like is fine. And you can see how I'm using those funds in that Parsec spreadsheet. Speaking of which, I don't think I updated it for this week, but just so if you're curious or just so you can see where it goes is yeah, again, straight to my PayPal. I don't keep any of it. I use all of that PayPal money 100% for the Parsec Fund. I didn't realize the dude was holding Soul Edge in this East Coast Throwdown ad. That's kind of sick.
That is such a good way to use money. Don't spend all your money on Taco Bell and arcade sticks.
Should we also potentially mention a tournament that's happening tomorrow?
Yes, we should indeed mention CEO Common Effort Orlando. Let's go!
That's a different one that I was talking about, but yeah, we'll talk about CEO as well.
Oh, you're right. NLBC Online.
I mean, either way, you know.
Yeah. Well, CEO is happening this weekend, but before CEO happens...
Oh, shit, it's Wednesday, not fucking Friday. I'm stupid. My bad.
Yeah, it is it's Wednesday.
Imagine commentating Wednesday Night Fight.
Wednesday Night Fight, yeah.
It's Wednesday.
No, it's Win and Freak Out,
it
right?
might be different because, like, Wednesday Night Fights is on the West Coast, so they may have, like, a different time zone, and maybe it's Thursday there.
Yeah. Well, no, I am in NorCal, not the SoCal, so NorCal runs Wednesday Night Fights.
Oh, they have a different time zone there?
Yeah, SoCal runs Thursday Night Fights, but that's also not Konmai's fault.
I understand.
He tries his best.
Sometimes.
Only when
if he tries his best all the time, I feel very sorry for him.
I'll be very tired.
Yeah.
I try my best to live life with as little effort as possible. It's not Wednesday Night Fight. It's WNF, Win and Freak Out. All right? Learn it. Live it. Love it.
Frame it. Bop it.
Exactly. But look at this photograph.
Clip it and ship it. Clip say that after today, just like
okay, we're live again.
Install it.
I don't know what the hell is
You're
going
getting
on.
so much ad revenue though because like it has
Hell
to be
yeah,
doing
dude.
ads. Let's go, dude.
I
got a
not,
Little Mouse X ad.
I am not
hidden paid, yeah.
I am not partnered. I get 0 ad revenue.
No, you get ad revenue from
you
being.
don't have to be partnered.
You don't get very much, but you get ad revenue from being an affiliate.
Maybe like I think I get $100 once every like 4 months.
Nice.
Yeah, I got like last payout cycle. I got like $8 off ads, but that's because for some reason my ads were wilding last month.
I want to see how much I got from ads.
Let me go check mine right now. Too. I got like $8 on mine. It was crazy. I was like, huh?
Damn, you're so much higher than mine. I'm at 571.
I also stream like a madman. I stream every day after work, 3 hours a day. I stream every day, even though I have a full-time job. I'm stupid. I shouldn't do that, but I do. I just love fighting games and sharing it with you guys. That's the problem. I should stop loving fighting games so much.
Yeah, I'm too busy doing other stuff like.
Oh, and Fortnite. I love Fortnite.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have the time. I don't have the time to stream every single day. I'm too busy doing stuff like kissing girls,
touching grass. Yeah.
Yeah, and
those are great things to do.
I do parasailing with movie stars.
That's crazy.
Oh my god!
I can only say that I kiss girls, but I can't say that I've gone parasailing ever.
Yo, shouts out to Kirk for putting $100 into tonight's matcherino.
Oh no, we're making them fight hard for it today, aren't we? We got Jarsmilk versus Revan. I will say that I think this is a match Jarsmilk is familiar with. There's a lot of PSN Huangs, but Revan is definitely very
Revan
strong.
is the kind of person who does 2A on hit into 1A when we're at the wall, so you don't even get the pushback that makes that move hard to punish. So it's very difficult to understand what Revan is thinking at any given time.
I love players like that because you do the stupid thing 5 times, and then you do the smart thing, and they're like, damn, are they a genius or are they an idiot? And you can't tell, and it's the best part ever. That's my favorite part about fighting games.
Yeah, it's that whole thing about timing. I think Revan is a super old school player too. I think he like started in like SE2, unless I'm thinking of somebody else. Okay, this is potentially no. I don't really think that 6A works in that kind of spot. It's kind of unfortunate. Really seems like Parsec is just having a tough time trying to find a place to like actually start playing the video game.
Speaking of playing the video game, played a little too hard there, going for that full crouch 1KK, both hits of it, and then immediately gets supered. Very good stuff from Revan. I like the hick from there, right? Not immediately going for the.
Well, I think he could have done a 2-6A lethal hit to kill instead, and then he wouldn't have had to spend the bar. I might be wrong about that. Okay, 2 bars for Mina is never not nothing. Being able to run up and block a 4-4A, you can definitely tell we're on Parsec rather than on mine.
You gotta love that. That's one of the cool things about Parsec compared to regular netcode. Is a lot of this stuff becomes extremely more reactable, like closer to offline. Still not the greatest, but better than regular netcode for sure. I like that. Running go for that water GI right after.
Yeah, trying to go for that lethal hit.
Spent 1 bar of meter already. Got the lead back here. Does not have a bar of meter though. I see what everyone was trying to do there. Get that launcher and close out the round off of it, but instead having to use a soul charge here. Could still definitely close out the game without having to work short. Very nice wall rising K. Charles called that up there.
It's a shame we didn't get to see a 1B punish on that soul charge portion that we saw from Revan, but he ends up getting the round. But the problem is that Jar's Milk had to spend a bar in order to do that. Can potentially do the same thing this round, but is not going to be able to do that for the rest of the set. So
I mean,
it is
Nina. She could build a second bar for sure. This is a battery character, if any.
Yeah,
I don't mean like battery as an assault.
Like
yeah, moves. A lot of her moves build a whole lot of meter gain, even on block.
Oh man, she just done it. Okay,
I like it.
I mean battery is an assault because that's what this character does.
You're right. True. She's definitely a gremlin.
Now the problem is that we have a red wall on top of things, so we have the potential for ring outs for both characters. So that's also something to potentially look into. We're gonna have the meter advantage here.
Okay, then. Oh, what a call out! Excuse me, lady, get out of the air.
Oh, it doesn't commit to the 1K.
I like the low commitment though. Seeing how she has so much life left, does not want to just throw away a lead. Spins the bar of meter here. This is where Mina shines.
Get out of 1. Oh. No. If only these 1Bs had actually occurred, that's a real shame. I can't believe Revan went for the back turn B+. Like, Revan got back turned before the soul charge activation, and I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely going for a back turn B+K. But then the soul charge activation happened, and I was like, there's no way he's going to go for back turn B+K now. And he ends up still doing it. It's a real shame that Charsmoke wasn't prepared for that. I really feel like a 1B could have sealed the deal there.
Yeah, that could have definitely been one of those situations where even if it wasn't going to kill, it could have been a knockdown into
I think it
one more mix-up.
Would have been a kill, because I think it would have been a counter hit. I might be wrong there. Oh, interesting. We're staying on the same stage. Yeah. I actually feel like maybe going to a different stage. I doubt it's going to matter all that much. But I think going to a different stage, try and keep away from some of this wall pressure that Revan has been getting would be the way to go. Hell yeah, here are the 1Bs. Smacking them out of the air.
I like the pace they're playing at this game. A lot slower than they were that first game.
What a hell of a sidestep punish she was.
With the 1A and going for BB right after. Very good stuff, calling out any potential presses there, not allowing Jarzmok to try to steal a turn back.
It just really feels like Jarzmok was having a tough time getting comfortable with certain ranges, is using things like 2K and Wall Rising K when he is simply just too far away. That isn't to say that Mina has no options at all to continue pressure. In a spot like that, you just have to choose the longer, albeit more unsafe options to try and catch a character like Wong when he's like sidestepping at mid-range.
Yeah, especially because his sidestep is very strong. Right? So maybe even something along the line. Oh my goodness, amazing! Something along the lines of 6-6A, right? Like it's a little bit slower.
6A, because it's not like we're seeing a lot of step duck from Revan. We're just seeing sidesteps just in general. Full crouch 3A is something else you can do, which will have like an extension with K. But like getting stuff like stand kick into stand kick is just simply not going to be long enough to try and catch a mid-range character like Wong from doing.
Oh my god! Jump over the 4-4A. Revan is actually on fire right now. I don't think this bar of meter is going to save Jarzmo. Back to the wall here. Pretty bad situation to be in. Very nice. You called the 1B and she finally does it. Gets a pretty big knockdown here. 2 of them in a row and goes for the third.
Revan going with GI into reversal edge against a Soul Charge character. I don't really know if that was like the best way to go about it, but could still potentially work out, and decides to just hella go in with fly outside of Soul Charge. That is not something that you see every day.
I'm proud to...
I definitely would not have expected to fly outside of Soul Charge either. That is one of those options where you have to just look at your opponent and say, is this guy a genius or is he an idiot?
That wouldn't have even beaten 1B if she had done it immediately. Because to go into the fly, well, she would have just hit him out of it because he has to like go into the stance when he's outside of Soul Charge. That's the reason why you don't see it outside of Soul Charge, because he's just standing there for such an extensive period of time. Yeah, getting more comfortable with mid-range type, it's honestly something that I think Mina is perfectly fine at. And so exchanging some of the short-range move with longer-range moves, 6-6A like you were talking about, but full crouch 3AK I think could also be a solid choice to include. And once you get stuff like that going, then I think that matchup will be a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, let's hope we see more of Jar Smoke later tonight. But it looks like we're about to be moving into our next match, which could be, if I'm not mistaken here, a potential Yoshimitsu mirror.
Oh, Lolo versus Yoshi 6?
Lolo versus Yoshi.
Lolo YOLO. Yeah. YOLO Lolo. I feel like he's not going to go Yoshi. Yeah. Because it's also important to note, we have seen what happens when Yoshi 6 knows that he's playing against a Yoshi player. And he does not pick Yoshi. He goes Mitsu, who is, from what I've been told, is the biggest counter that Yoshi has in this game. The matchup feels terrible for a lot of Yoshi players.
It's a lot of longer range buttons and an amazing backstep that like kind of just keeps Yoshi at bay.
Yeah,
it's
you
the
get
same thing that Maru can do, but
and outdamaged.
Yeah, but then the damage really factors on, right? It's one of those times where you forget that Midzurugi's kind of a lower tiered character in the game. When you look at, is he really?
He has been playing Cassandra.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah, I've run into it in ranked a handful of times, and so he's definitely interested in playing. I mean, I honestly would have been very surprised if Lolo had decided to go with Yoshimitsu at any point during the time when I'm going to be commentating, because I really find that like when he plays in these kinds of tournaments where he's testing out his internet connection to see if he can play in these Parsec tournaments more frequently, he does not really pick Yoshimitsu. High execution character and perhaps like the way that he wants to play Yoshimitsu, it doesn't really mesh with him when it comes to these kinds of Parsec tournaments. That's where you see Astaroth or Huang or a handful of the other characters that he just happens to be playing on the day. So I'm not entirely surprised by this, but if he's going to go Cassandra, then I assume Yoshi 6 is going to go Yoshi. I feel like he would only go Mitsu if he really felt like he was dealing with a Yoshi player.
Yeah, this is going to be a really slobber knocker matchup. Like Yoshimitsu 6 really is going to want to get in here and just stick to Lolo, because Lolo, even with these shorter range characters, will try his best to like still turns back with movement, not with buttons. So you're going to see a whole lot of potential backsteps out of pressure and jump attacks to kind of stuff Yoshi 6's offense and make him second guess what he's doing.
See, I feel like there's a chance that it actually might go the other way. That Yoshi 6 is going to be the person who tries to keep out. Because I do feel like the movement is ever so slightly better in Yoshi's favor, and he's going to be able to potentially try and keep... And I also find that Yoshi 6 is a significantly lamer Yoshi player than what we typically see. And so I feel like we might see a situation where Lolo is the one who goes crazy. I don't really find that Cassandra really has any ability to keep out. That's super not what she's about. And Yoshi does still technically have... And you know, we're dealing with both very short-range characters, so there's not a whole lot of pushback and backstep that Yoshi 6 is going to have to implement to make it some sort of like a keep-out kind of game. But it looks like it's going much more into the favor of like what you were talking about before. Jumping attacks, immediately going in.
He started it off with the jump K. That was I think they're kind of both doing it though, right? You really don't want to get launched at try to check you. It's very disincentivized.
See, like he's not punishing like anything. It's very
weird. No, and then closes it out with the let's go. Ooh, very nice. Already getting that Divine Force, spinning it, putting him already almost on half bar.
I wonder if this is the first time that they've played against each other, because honestly, I have found that when people fight against Yoshi 6 for the first time, it is very weird.
Oh, freaking weird. Freaking weird.
I love that, like, there was a situation there. There was a slight hesitation when Lolo felt like he had something going, and then he realized where he was and what character he was fighting against, so he decided to back up. And it's like, okay, let me back up. And then he got more momentum, and he just decided to fall into the same trap that he tried to get away from the first time. And I think that's
Welcome to the stage of history.
Yeah, I definitely think that I agree with you on whenever you fight against someone like Yoshi 6 for the first time, you're like, what is this guy doing? This is
you
very
expect
strange.
Yoshi to be significantly more aggressive, but like Yoshi 6 has this air about him where you expect him to be doing some level of activity, and a lot of times he ends up just kind of doing nothing. and it takes a while to get used to.
It feels very Boom-ish, right? But without the layer of mind games on top, right? Like, it just feels like the solid option, backstep.
Yeah, Boom will do stuff like he'll continuously play lane, but he also peppers in a handful of like small attacks. Now that does happen with Yoshi 6 a little bit, but it's typically for doing something like dash in AA or something like that.
Okay, what
There's
the fuck?
punish that I was expecting.
Thank you, DeGriffin, for another $100.
$237 to the match arena. We apologize about the drops. OBS is killing Bigpapachunk right now.
It is. If you're new to this, this is very much not the way it typically
Yeah, this
goes.
isn't normal.
This will be a one-off kind of
right
thing.
now, y'all.
I feel confident that this will not happen the next time, and you can take that to the bank.
Possibly.
Yeah.
To the bank, I said.
Yeah. Internet and applications, software, definitely 100% never happening again next time.
There we go.
like
exactly.
that. Lolo's
Trying to
going
get
for
away
that
from the
back
2-2B for sure.
I like that. Staying away, does not want to.
Please don't run into this. It is a little bit. It is a little bit affirming seeing Lolo of all people get like
2-2B rung out. Yeah,
destroyed by,
Yoshi.
by Yoshi's overall power. So I gotta say, I do appreciate it. Is cathartic. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, it's like when you play a mirror match and you have to wipe the sweat off your brow and you're like, damn, this character's got hands.
Yeah. Man, Amy Mirrors.
I do this shit to people.
Got a lot of meter, decides not to spend any of it. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen Lolo go with like a soul attack either, because these are potentially two of the better soul attacks in the game. Wow, just running up here, please. Alright, well now you're at the wall. Okay, solid punish there. Just little teeny tiny hits over and over again.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
No, he's alive,
that's
he's
it.
He's alive.
No, he's dead.
I'm an idiot. I'm so
Yoshi
stupid.
Mitsu. It's Yoshi, dude.
That's the second time I've been like, this won't ring out, and it does. As Yoshi, I play this character. I'm dumb.
Which is one of the few characters I haven't played yet. And
He's so fun. When you get him to S, you're gonna feel great about yourself. Take a shower after, but you're gonna feel
I
great.
don't know, we'll see. Because I don't typically learn combos, so that might actually be kind of difficult. But okay,
you don't
got
need
a lot
them.
of meter.
I 3A beat and 3A aid my way to S.
Right.
You don't need them. Just mix beat.
Yeah, hopefully I'm good at that. You can
I
see
like the back
Yoshi 6
again.
just immediately walking away, trying to go to the back of the head. Yeah. Ooh, this gets hit, huh? Tried to GI.
I
Okay, so
think
that's
that's
the
what
deal here. Yeah. So that's 1.5 bars to 1.
Yeah, I do like that Lolo doesn't have two full bars of meter, because it means that he doesn't have to deal with the potential likelihood of BBB. He just gets to play his normal game plan until he has more meter.
Okay. Something deep in my bones feels like we're gonna get like a ring out situation yet again. Something about the ring positioning is going to dictate the end of this round. That's what I feel like is going to happen.
I think it's going to come down to whoever source charges first. I think that's what I'm seeing here right now.
Seems like Lolo might not have much of an option here. Yeah, he's gonna have to soul charge to try and get something going.
I don't think that'll be
Nice,
enough
nice
versus Yoshi 6. Wow, look at that. Did I call it correctly?
Oh, didn't block the whole
1K,
screen.
K, and gets the W off of it. I had to make sure I said more than 3K. Sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah. I understand.
He definitely.
Man, I'm kind of surprised that it went the way that it did. It seemed
Me
like there
too.
was a lot of situations where Lolo did not feel entirely comfortable dealing with certain Yoshimitsu setups, and I feel like if there's anybody... Now, that's not necessarily fair, because simply because you play a character doesn't mean that you're the best at playing against a character.
I know
They
some
are
people
two
who are
very
very
different
bad at
things.
fighting their character. I will admit that.
So, you know, there is that to consider as well. I'm still a little bit surprised that it ended up going the way that it did. That being said, I'm sure Lolo just wanted to practice on a Parsec server like this with a character that he's fairly new to.
That is something that I enjoy about you competitive folk, right? You guys subject yourselves to the best players in the world, even with your secondaries, just to get better with them. Love it.
Yeah, it doesn't cost anything. It's one of the nice things about these online tournaments.
Yeah, just my mental health.
Yeah, I was gonna say your mental health.
It doesn't cost the player
possibly,
anything.
No, the players. They might lose a little bit of sanity playing this game.
Well, at that point, then it won't really affect you at all, right? Because if you lost a level of mental health, it's not really something that that you would think affects you. You know what I mean? Like, if you lose that level of mental health, then you're still the same person to
Once
you.
you get stuck in the crazy, it no longer matters. You're right.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's like that thing where it's like if you stick a frog in a boiling pot of water, it'll just immediately jump out. But if a frog is in lukewarm water and you just slowly increase the temperature, it'll stay in there for a lot longer.
That was a great analogy. That was a great analogy. It kind of scared me, but I'm glad you said hypothetical.
I made it up on my own.
A similar thing happens with cats. If you try to take a cat and submerge them into complete darkness, they will try to leave. But if you take a cat and you slowly turn the lights off for them, like say they're already in a box and you like slowly close the box, they're totally chilling with darkness. It's the strangest thing ever. But if you go from like light to dark immediately, they're like, get me out of this. Get me out of this situation.
Any kind of rapid change is significantly more panic-inducing than gradual change. And that doesn't even just have to do with frogs and cats. That's true about humans too.
Mm-hmm. If I got a random pay decrease, I'd freak out, dude. But if it happens slowly over time, I'd be like, maybe I'm just bad at my job.
Inflation, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd probably also freak out if somebody tried to force me into darkness against my will.
That sounds fun. I'm sitting in a gamer cave right now. The only light on is this monitor in front of me. It's great.
See, that just sounds like Stockholm Syndrome. I feel like you're trying to send a message to me inadvertently.
Yes, I actually
have to try and like help you out.
My camera's up, and I have a sign that says "Please send help," but you're not looking. I need you to look.
I don't speak Texas.
Darn it. I'm not a big fan of pizza.
Why did you put such a weird accent on pizza?
Because I'm trying to be an East Coast person. Did it work?
Oh, you feel like this is what we talk like.
Wait, you don't sound. You have the twang in your voice.
You have the twang in your voice. Does not help you. I might be on the side of like this relationship you have with the kidnappers that does not benefit you in any way.
They give me free sparkling water, so it's pretty cool. The hostage situation is just called marriage, my friend.
Heyo. Love and marriage, love and marriage.
I'm sure Marianne heard that, and she's like, "Excuse me."
So I stopped it so that we wouldn't get copyright, but that's okay.
It keeps crashing. I don't give a fuck at this point.
They're not gonna have enough proof that we're doing anything copyright. We could just sing the duck song.
Yeah, at this point, like, there's just too many bots for even the bots to go through. Okay, so we got Toothpaste and Manta. Toothpaste does play Voldo on the side a little bit. In one way, I would say that could help, but on the other side, this is Manta we're talking about. This isn't
just Voldo. This is the Voldo.
Yeah. I have no idea what this matchup is like. I assume that Huang doesn't necessarily get the same benefit from him moving about. Wow, that was fantastic.
Yeah, he doesn't get to play the same mid-range game that he does in a lot of other matchups because Voldo just covers so much space in the what's the one for? And it's such an easy way, right? He has so many options that move him forward, even in like a tech crouch situation that Huang doesn't get to play that same mid-range game that he would play in.
Damn, Toothpaste just used a positive talisman in equal hit. Now that is not something we see every day.
Oh, nice.
I think Toothpaste is definitely trying to rely on the fact that Manta might not be 100% on some of the punishes that Voldo needs in this matchup, because Huang definitely has a lot of -12 stuff, which is typically one of the things you want to try and rely on when you're dealing with Voldo, because his -12 punish is pretty terrible.
Pretty bad, yeah.
And so things like 3B, things like full crouch, 3B, which might be actually be -14, but in any case, it can be relatively difficult for Voldo to punish. Yeah, things like 4KB. You can tell that like we got a lot of swinging for the fences coming from Toothpaste here.
Yeah, I like the mentality behind, hey, I'm only -12. Why do I care? I love that mentality. It's something that a lot of Aslo players do as well with like something like Clown Card. The 68 plus B, it's only -12, right? So you have to think about it in this exact same sense because Voldo is getting so little off it, and the little he's getting off it puts him at 0. He's in a situation where if he got a big enough hit off of it before he went for his unsafe air quotes mix-up, it doesn't super matter that he just took that like 14 hit.
You have to do it against Voldo, Halmaru, Nightmare, Mina, like a character that has either no punish on -12 or a very terrible punish on it is something that it's very necessary to rely on, because if you're not dealing with that weakness, you're allowing the character to only play to the strengths.
Oh my gosh, is that going to punish? Oh no!
One of the very few spots where Voldo CE is not going to be able to catch. How in the world did that occur? How did you do that, Voldo? Man,
that was wizardry.
Get away from that, huh?
You're a wizard, Voldo. That was, huh?
Like Hagrid would actually look at like a child version of Voldo and say something like that. He would just get scared and run for his life.
He deals with like hippogriffs and stuff. I don't think.
Yeah, that is not as scary as Voldo.
No, he deals with hippogriffs and dragons and flesh-eating
I think
slugs, but no, he
draws.
draws.
Voldo would probably be more scary.
He draws the line at
child
Italian
Voldo.
Gimps. He draws the line at
He
Italian Gimps.
looks like Voldemort though, so I could see
You know
how
what I
he'd be
mean?
scared.
Yeah.
What is he doing, gamer?
Wow,
Gamer?
A real solid bait from Toothpaste. It's a shame that it didn't work out, but okay. We got last round long.
Yeah, it's the
We're
last
throwing
round situation.
talismans left and right. We got a lot of bar. We're also throwing a lot of life at Voldo for no reason. Okay, so we're going with Soul Attack. That makes sense. Yeah, for sure. But see, this is fine, because even if... Oh, okay, wow. That was actually enough to get away from Voldo. That's kind of crazy. Even if Huang doesn't end the round here, he's got another bar on top of this, so this is going to be pretty
he's already
tough.
got his guard bar in yellow, too.
Yeah. Oh, wow, he tried to wake up 3B. I don't know so much. Yeah,
and
that was going to be a rough fight. Once Huang in Soul Charge is up in your face, every punish is really crazy, everything's safe, everything deals guard damage, so that's not really the biggest deal in the world in that spot. But yeah, that was a tough situation.
Yeah, being able to throw caution to the wind with talismans in the final round with at least 1 bar of meter feels so good for Huang. Oh my gosh, that was great. Wonderful conversion from Toothpaste.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of the vertical auto GI, and it's been working out pretty well. I think it's important for Manta to realize that we're going to have to go a little bit more horizontal heavy. Which, I don't think that... Yeah, exactly. I think Voldo has one of the best horizontals in the game, so...
He has some great forward mids. I don't see any reason not to. There we go. Peppering all these forward mids instead of relying so much on the vertical. Making Toothpaste have to second-guess his auto GI habits.
I think Voldo's 2-2A might be the 3rd best mid-hori in the game. Which I know is an odd statement to make.
Are you putting Amy
like
3A under that or above that?
Above it.
Okay, good. I
think Amy and Yoshi 3A are the 2. Oh, and maybe Geralt.
Yeah, I was like, Geralt 3A is pretty good too. Those
yeah, but
3As
it's
are
also
on
pretty
track.
terrible on hit, so I feel like Yoshi and Amy 3A are better.
That's fair. And there's a follow-up for, oh my gosh, for Yoshi 3A. Goodness gracious, very good. Soul Attack, Critical Edge from Manta. Evening up this life deficit and gets rid of the bar of meter. The Soul Charge is completely gone from Toothpaste.
I feel like it could have been a little bit more of a challenge there. 4AA is not exactly fantastic on hit. But yeah, Voldo not really great at challenging in those short-range situations, you know?
Also, I just realized that Toothpaste has Might Aura on, which is not something we see very often.
That is very strange. Not something you would have expected to see against Voldo specifically. This doesn't
I
seem
think
like
I know
matchup.
exactly why. Well, Voldo is fantastic when it comes to guard damage, but also, considering the fact that we've seen Toothpaste use the vertical auto GI so often, that is the move that becomes a lethal hit in Might Aura. So, you know, there's that. But
really
fantastic
keeping
lethal hit from Manta.
Really keeping that counterplay in Manta's head, making him have to respect it, even if it may never come out for the rest of the set. Good stuff. Very nice 3B. Delayed
Again,
timing.
it's -12, so who cares, right?
I definitely I agree with that.
Yeah.
using these -12 moves against a character with bad I-12 punishment was great, and then forcing the situation after, right? Because your opponent can't always just go for the safest option. Sometimes they have to take a big risk. Oh wow, that's actually gonna kill.
I don't. Is it? This
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Scaling.
Yeah, it's gonna scale harder.
But okay. Toothpaste at -6. Oh
wow! Wow!
Because he also gets 5 more talismans back. I'm not even sure he wanted that in terms of like getting the talismans back, but that's pretty gigantic. So we have last round Huang with no meter whatsoever, slight life deficit, but we got double bar Voldo. This is honestly, maybe, potentially, where might is going to come into play. Because one of the best things about Voldo's Soul Charge is the fact that it does a huge amount of guard damage. So it's really tough to tell how this is going to pan out. Yep, you saw him try to go for the auto GI right away.
He's like, I don't want to deal with any of your verticals.
Oh wow, doesn't even go into stance. What a weird dude. He's got another bar on top.
Meter, yeah.
It's gonna be so tough. Okay,
but now
Huang's got a bar now too.
Oh, I love the challenge there. Not trying to go for anything that's gonna immediately get his guard broken. Just challenging that AA. This is a checkmate situation.
I think Manta really kind of went out of his way to put himself in a bad situation there. Toothpaste had gone for the extension on that string multiple times before because, very similar to what we were talking about before, that string is -12, so it's not really something that you're going to have to worry about too heavy of a punish there. And I think Manta just got a little bit too excited to potentially use bar, a little bit too excited to potentially end the round and try and even up the set, and his over-ambition was his downfall.
Yeah, that was a great showing of how to kind of dismantle Voldo, right? Just showing that even through all the horror mids, a lot of his things are so much slower that you can kind of play a small like pressure game when it comes to Huang and really put Manta and Voldo like at their breaks. They have to slow down.
You know, Toothpaste plays against Anton quite a lot in the Discord that shall not be named. And so it definitely spoke to me that Toothpaste has a strategy against Voldo, or maybe characters like Voldo, if there are any characters that are like Voldo that aren't Voldo, to go with the Might Aura of all things. Maybe that's potentially something that you do against like Mina as well. I'm trying to think of like hard guard damage heavy characters. And who are also really bad against like -12. So maybe that's a strategy that's kind of developing.
Other than Voldo, I can only think of Song Mina.
Yeah, that's the only character that I can think of either. So, you know, I'm curious to see if that's something we're going to see from Huang players in the future.
Yeah, this character still, even though we're, a full year? A little over a year since his release, right? Almost 2 now.
Yeah. But the thing is
still got a lot of tech growing.
Yeah, he's a very complicated character that came out during quarantine, so I assume we're not really going to be seeing the full scale of what Huang can do while the game is around. Like, I'd be willing to bet that we'll go into SE7 and still we will not have gone to the full extent of what Huang can pull off.
I'm trying to think if there's another character that I feel that same way about. Not in SoulCalibur 6, at least.
Viola in 5.
Oh yeah, she definitely had a lot more grime that we didn't find until way later. Like,
yeah,
the game was like
most people were very adamant about not playing her to her strongest extent because of how much hate the character got, which I think really kind of limited. So like being able to like just guard some of the places within her strings that can GI was just a piece of tech that would have been invaluable to Viola players that never really got fully developed for competitive play because the people who figured it didn't want to play Viola. Shout out to Commentators.
Yeah, imagine like hating a character so much or understanding that a character is hated so much, you're just like, damn, I can't do the good shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And who do we have up next? It looks like we're going to be getting... I actually can't tell who's on.
This is Sly and Violent Phantom.
Ooh, it looks like we're going to have Grow versus Tala.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what we ended up seeing a lot against Sly Tiger before was huge amounts of damage to punish Talum for going for highs, with a lot of tech crouches and a lot of defensive options. Grow doesn't have that. One of the biggest problems that Grow has is that his tech crouch game is pretty awful. So I'd be willing to bet that if Sly is familiar with this matchup, you're going to deal with mid-range, you're going to deal with like a huge amount of damage from Grow and a non-interactive soul charge a lot of the time. But if you want to throw out a bunch of highs against this character, 6-6A and 6A and all that kind of stuff, you can just do that. And you don't have to suffer too heavily when it comes to when your prep is going to get beat out or not.
It looks like Violent Phantom is putting on the pressure very nicely here with a lot of these Hori mids and Hori lows, right? Not allowing Sly Tiger to get anything super big started. Tries to go for the 4-4. Oh my god!
That was the only tech crouch that the character has.
Imagine that your only tech crouch costs meter. That's fucked up.
And is unsafe.
I think he's dead. Oh!
Man, Sly... I think he would agree with me, but Sly is just not on this game today.
Yeah, that was an interesting drop.
Yeah, I don't know what's up, but he's getting a lot of screw-ups with his stance combos and his stance mix, and it's causing him a lot of problems.
Ooh, nice punish on that 6A plus B.
Yeah, just going with a lot of like little tiny highs, especially in close range, I definitely think is the way to go against this character. Now, is Violent Phantom going to go with Soul Charge? Are we going to match bar for bar here? That honestly wouldn't be the worst idea in the world.
I think that's the way that Soul Charge works. It's not very interactive when it comes to Soul Charge. No. He's one of those characters who just plays his game until the bar runs out. And it runs out very slowly, but not allowing him to play his game is a very good strategy versus Grow Soul Charge. Nice.
Yeah, that's one of the real tough things when you get a Grow Soul Charge completely stuffed by your opponent's Soul Charge. It's a really important thing for Grow to get something out of a Soul Charge.
Yeah, at least establish some amount of offense or pressure, right? Even if you can't get the kill, at least getting a lot of guard meter. Oh no, whipped it, but not get a big punish. Yeah, definitely could have just gone for a 3B 100%.
Oh, just eat the break. Just eat the break. He got hit by the Avenger 6B, and I kind of wish that he just blocked it. Now imagine Sly didn't have to worry about his guard getting crushed here, and then he could just reversal edge to his heart's content. That I think was the way to go there. Okay, because he gets the 6AA. Screwing up with the
final round situation. There's no reason not to just give him the free round off the guard crush. Because now it looks like we could possibly go into a final round situation, and you're already very close to guard crush. Excuse me. Oh, he got. Oh, that one was unfortunate. Sly Tiger actually had the right read there. Still possibly gets the. Yeah, I was still possibly gets the round off the AA, but using the bar meter here.
It might work out. Dead to one hit,
out with the 6-6A. Once like you said, not too many tech crouch options for Grow, so coming in with that 6-6AA and Soul Charge was a pretty good option from Sly Tiger.
Yeah, he just did like a 2-6K at like -16. That was insane.
And -16 is only it only matters if you're caring about frames.
It matters in like a lot of situations. Ooh, wow, 4-4-P. Shades of Talon versus Amy jumping over the 4A. Wow. Alright, gets the unblockable. Sly's pissed. Sly's pissed that he almost lost that round to 2-6K.
I typed it.
Thanks. This round is already going extremely well for Sly Tiger. There's not too much that I think Violent Phantom can do here to bring this back, except to just try to gain some meter, but doesn't go for it. Sly Tiger already almost on a full bar, but same with Violent Phantom.
Yeah, I feel like there was a possibility that Violent Phantom could have made that comeback. Grow is a very snowball-y type character that only needs like 3 or 4 hits and ends up winning. See, I really don't like these 2-3-6Ks. I know that they've been working out at least somewhat, and that's the only tech rush that you have. But the problem is that, again, I think Grow is a very soul charge heavy character.
Yeah, they cost too much meter.
Yeah, it costs too much meter, and you're not going to get to soul charge all that often. But Violent Phantom ends up getting his first round off of a GI at -12. Ooh, 3B, solid stuff.
Ooh, the immediate counter poke with the AA back from Violent Phantom, but Sly Tiger taking advantage of his turn this time.
Wow, so getting GI into soul attack, that is not something I see every day.
Oh, once again, going for the super online GIs. I love these GIs from Violent Phantom right now.
6B, Lightning Slash. So this is really difficult stuff now. How do you deal with... almost a fantastic punish. No, I think he wanted like a 2-3-6B. That's what ends up happening, at least for me. And that sucks, because that could have killed. That could have won the game. Oh, wanted a 4-4-K.
I think he might have been trying to bait out the 4-4-B.
Oh, maybe.
because the startup of it is close enough that sometimes you'll just see the jump kick and you'll assume that it's the 4-4K slide A, right? But Slide Tiger didn't bite on that, so gonna get a huge chunk of damage here. His guard gauge is yellow, but it looks like it might not matter too much.
That's basically gonna kill. Okay, so up to grow soul charge.
Oh, doesn't even go into it. Loses to that string there.
That's a shame. Yeah, maybe not fully comfortable with Talon's string pressure. It definitely seemed like out of the two of them, Sly also got a lot more on the soul charge. The 236Ks, I feel can be at least a little bit cheeky, but at the same time, it's just you're sacrificing a lot. For one, if Talon blocks or sidesteps, then you're going to get hit for a lot. And then for two, that is a lot of meter to sacrifice on a character that I do feel still like pretty heavily relies on the comeback factor of the soul charge. So you really didn't get to see the soul charge all that often. You've played against Gross before, where it's just like you're dealing with the soul charge every single round, and it only takes like 3 or 4 hits in order to make a full life bar comeback in that spot. Sometimes off of things like 1AK and 1A slide B, which is just a straight up gigantic amount of damage, unseeable mix up.
Yeah, that was one of those matchups where because of the way that Slide Tiger was playing to nullify the soul charge, and Violent Phantom was using his meter a little more for the tech crouch option instead of going for the soul charge, which is one of his better win conditions. It just went in Slide Tiger's favor. But good stuff from both competitors.
Yeah. Especially since this is a $200 pot they're fighting for.
Oh yeah, Slide Tiger is still kicking and screaming, and so is everyone else in the winner side of this bracket. And they're fighting for some big dollar reduce tonight, $238.25. But there is still 17 Matcherino codes left. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. We'll pull up that Matcherino. All you got to do is log in, hit the yellow contribute button, and hit the claim code button, and add an additional 25 cents to the pot for free.
All right, and I think, well, I don't have one, but I do have the other. Nemo.
I've been summoned.
Hello, Nemo. For now, I'm going to be skedaddling out. So I guess until ETA 15 gets here, uwucos, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you, Beanie, so much. Also, well, you're welcome to stay if you want, JJJ, but otherwise I was just going to cover.
Oh, I can stay. I mean, I know that Nemo hates me a lot. So if you feel like it's going to be uncomfortable for me to stay here, then you can just type it out in the chat. That way we don't just make everything uncomfortable for the
I'm
stream.
Committing arson immediately the moment I see JJJ.
We talked about arson.
I'm gonna skip
weirdly enough, we seriously talked about this before you ended up showing up, and so arson is something that I don't think you're going to be able to pull off, simply because it's very expensive to try to light things on fire nowadays with how gas prices are.
Yeah.
That's true, but other things are flammable, right?
Name 3 other things that are flammable, Nemo.
Wood.
Other types of wood.
Yeah, I think plants like cotton is pretty like anything like light and like fluffy is very like
plants like cotton, huh?
Yeah, I think cotton is pretty flammable.
How are you gonna light them on fire?
Just
like with your mind.
Yeah, just yoga fire.
I don't think like getting a cotton ball and setting it on fire is enough to commit arson. Like there's a very big leap from A to B there. You need a lot of cotton.
There's one way to find out, right?
Yeah.
No, I think I can figure it out without that.
There should be multiple ways to find out, none of which involve doing this in a public setting.
Also, propane is pretty cheap right now too, right?
Whoa.
Is it?
It's much cheaper than gasoline.
Boggle.
Now, instead of talking about how we're gonna commit arson on each other, how about we? Who do we got?
I didn't say that I was gonna do that at all. It was just you against me. So don't try to rope me into this.
I like how the first. I think like the second time we've interacted is like, yeah, this guy wants to kill me. I'm like, okay, I should play this.
Man, propane in my state is over $800 for a mere 300 gallons. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why did Google give me the automatic measurement of 300 gallons of propane?
Oh,
and you know what? Good point. I don't know why it provided me 300 gallons as the straightaway. Maybe there's like a default, like you need 300 gallons of propane to, you know, for like one DVD copy of like Season 1 King of the Hill or something.
Yeah, you know, maybe the whole like King of the Hill DVD is just condensed propane. That's how they sell it, you know.
Oh, like condensed milk.
Yes.
I've often thought of DVD copies of King of the Hill a lot to be like condensed milk. So I'm glad that you and I are on the same page with this.
But it's like condensed propane.
Right, they're only similar in the sense that you're taking something and you're like making it like a lot tighter.
Right, so then you
I assume that's what condensing it means. Yeah.
So if you catch me with all seasons of King of the Hill on DVD, you know what's going down.
Yeah, run away. Run away from Nemo as a default, but the second you see that he also has DVDs, run in different directions. You gotta kind of like scatterstorm yourself, or else who knows what's gonna happen. So correct me if I'm wrong, we are going into winter semis here, Toothpaste versus Zeppukai.
Yep.
Ooh.
This is a match that we've seen quite a few times in the past.
Indeed, indeed. This is, you know, just kind of the classic, like,
Wednesday night
it's here again, like, kind of thing.
Toothpaste has tried so many different characters for so many different months to try and beat Zeppukai. Surely he's beaten Zeppukai at least a handful of times before, but I really feel like he still fights as an underdog against Zeppukai.
Well, Zeph is our first, you know, guest on the Soul Info cards with a full stack of meter for each and every, you know, category, so you can't count him out at all. But Florida Man also, you know, on the come up, especially with the Huang pick. So just using character knowledge to his advantage.
Huh? What?
So Sophie having a tough time understanding that we're in a fight, and the best thing to do when you're in a fight is look at your opponent.
Yeah, swing it the other way, you know.
Okay, so we're gonna see a lot of fantastic challenge there on the KK. It's not often that we see that. I was gonna say there's a potential for like trying to go off of character ignorance that on Zephukai's part, but if you're automatically dealing with somebody who has pieces of counterplay to strings, very basic strings from Huang, maybe you can't rely on that.
Right, and just a really good movement and just kind of that awareness from Florida Man as he takes the first round with the simple KK.
We're already seeing about half health. Wow, we're just going with like 3 Bs. Zeppukai, infinite confidence. Doesn't want to get auto-GI'd. Okay, so we're going to get an okay punish on 6A.
Right.
Toothpaste has the potential for a vertical auto-GI that could solidify the round. Let's see if that comes into play here.
Oh man, a whisk punish. Jumps the grab with the tech jump, you know, we out here. Oh my god.
Wow.
Patience.
So 15 tons of spaghetti from both players at the end there, making it very, very odd to get the second round, but Toothpaste is able to pull it out.
So maybe, you know, they're both fans of Italian cuisine, and spaghetti is quite the way to, you know, cheese out these tournaments. So once in a while, you gotta see it, and you gotta appreciate it, my brother.
Man, Zeph is just like throwing out GIs. I assume some of these are like buffer issues, because some of these GIs don't really make a lot of sense. I'm just guessing on that, though. Okay, it looks like we're going with, like, only kicks.
Right, and we see Zeph getting kind of an early life lead, and Toothpaste just being able to kind of bring it back those last 2 rounds, except for this one, where he's able to kind of close it out just with solid neutral.
Yeah, the problem is that it really feels like Zeph kind of needed to warm up to what was going on, along with a little bit of, like, weirdness going on in, like, the middle of the set. But the problem is that we've got a lot of resources on Toothpaste's side. And if even if Zeph dominates this round without spending any bar, which is already out of the... Oh, wow, you can actually recover in time to not have to deal with that.
Right,
so,
kind of like that single hit kind of thing.
Yeah, can't get auto-GI'd here. Okay, immediate 2-2B, despite the fact that he's gotten blown up for it over and over again. Okay, almost dead to the last hit.
Snake launcher, but decides to use it for disrespecting, you know, challenge right there with a little bit of button mashing, but
so this is the problem.
All over that.
We've got last round Huang. We've got 2 bars. That is a lot of resources. That is a lot of being able to do whatever you want, whenever you want. I've seen Zeph get out of this spot before, but this is a lot of stuff. These are a lot of obstacles that you have to kind of get through. A lot of meter, a lot of lethal hits going your way. Toothpaste kind of going out of his way to make it so that he's potentially going to lose. Nice RI. Okay.
Oh, that's a lethal hit. No, it's not.
No, only at -4. Yeah.
So it is the -3 for the grab, but he was only at -2, but able to close it out with the 6-6A mix-up, I believe. Yeah, the talisman mix-up kind of boils down to when they block it, it's either you're stepping or you're ducking, because the B and the A, right? But the A can hit from pretty far, so if you space it right and you duck it, you're probably not.
And it's also a high. So you also do 6-A can be a potential like pretty risky move to use against a character that is like one of the most tech crouchy characters in the entire game.
Right.
So it ended up working out, and honestly, Toothpaste also had a bar on top of things. So again, there were just so many resources, so many ways. It was all a matter of whether Toothpaste could keep it together long enough so that Zeph wouldn't be able to like pick up any of the trash and just win off of something like that. Wow, back turn KK, gee whiz.
I'm just playing a little bit of a poke game, trying to contain that movement with some 3A and some 2-2A right there, but Zeph able to wow!
Oh, BBBB!
Did not respect the
I'm so
string.
surprised that we ended up seeing the vertical auto because 9 times out of 10 there, what you're dealing from Sophie is a 1K. And he just decides to go with like, well, if he goes for a 1K, I just lose. So I'm going to go with this auto GI on the other piece of Oki that Sophie could pull out here. So really smart stuff. Zeph really needs to get it together quickly.
Going for that whiff GI, the classic Zeph special. KK just gonna get some plus frames right there. Not able to ring out with that.
Just enough. Or just not enough.
Cheeky counter hit, ring out right there. Still not getting the ring out because unlucky out here.
Zeph has to spend bar? Boy, Zeph is having a tough time playing any sort of the video game SoulCalibur at all in this set. I don't know what's going on.
But Zeph is getting a fair share of like correct guesses and still playing a very solid neutral, being able to play poke game. It's just how Huang's damage is able to, like, take it out of the park. Wow, beautiful stab right there, hitting grounded.
That is not the punish that Toothpaste wanted, but he gets damage for it anyway. This isn't gonna kill. He's got a lot of soul charge.
Great disrespect right there, going for the mid, no mix-up, just to get that first round for this game.
Yeah, kind of what you were talking about. There's definitely a lot of spots where Zeph is getting a good amount of damage in terms of like the poking game, but then you have situations like this where Huang is able to get so much more damage out of those spots, and the way that Sophie is supposed to try and like counteract that is with spacing out and punishing, and Zeph is just not getting those opportunities really. Okay, here we go. So Toothpaste is not going to have... Oh, okay, it's just going to have just enough meter for 1 bar in this round. But we're talking about -9 Huang.
Right, just
still
kind
is
of,
not in the life lead.
Right, and Zeph just kind of has to play life lead. These -9 lethal hits happening right now. So much damage, so much resources that really don't need to be managed at this point in round 5. We got the red bar coming from Zeph. Oh, that...
Oh, tried to go for the RI, it didn't come out. Good punish. Yeah, and this is a force block. Yeah, you were dead because that's a, as far as I know, that's a 100% force block, and he did not have the Zeph did not have the guard to try and deal with the full string. So yeah, it was tough stuff. Zeph seemed to have just a real tough time keeping up in the damage, and a lot of these like back turn Ks. There was a lot of damage that Toothpaste was able to get due to the threat of backturn B plus K. Notice we didn't see backturn B plus K from Huang literally at all in that set, but there were a lot of instances where the threat of backturn B plus K dictated the response that Zeph was going to have. And so we're really seeing like how scary the best backturn B plus K move on the roster is, where even if it's not showing up, the threat of it is ever looming, and so we're getting like a lot of like backturn KKs, which is going into a huge amount of damage into a knockdown, and just overwhelming Zeph with so many options for huge damage, and Zeph just wasn't really able to keep up.
Right, and we can't forget about how much Toothpaste was moving around in that set. Knowing that Zeph was going to go for some verticals, we did see a lot of 6xB on Oki from Zeph's part. Not a lot of 1Ks, but when it came out, it was good. But just the fact that Toothpaste kept moving, kept getting punishes, and trying to contain movement on his side was able to have him get the upper edge in that set.
I assume we're going to the other winners portion. So we got Yoshi 6 versus Revan. So we're going to see Huang again. Man, Wednesday night fights. A lot of Huang going on. It's not something that we see all that much on the East Coast.
Yeah, Huang definitely as the newest character to release. Definitely, not a lot of players picked him up seriously as a main. You know, just everyone's kind of like getting used to their characters. It's like year 3. We're working on year 4. Like, so you know, just not a lot of Huang players, as you said.
Yeah, maybe we would see more of Boom actually like entered online tournaments, but that is not really something that we see.
Indeed, indeed.
Maybe if you'd stop playing Raph.
No, he's playing Valorant.
True, that's fair. Or actually, no, I thought the latest tech was he's fighting wasps.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that is what I heard, yeah.
According to Twitter.
You don't really fight wasps all that much.
You kind of fight
You either
them
win
off.
or lose.
Yeah.
You were either defeated or they were never around
You go
in the
even.
first place.
You go even, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
Yoshi 6 having a really good offense just to start. Yoshi being a character like that, being able to, you know, eat that mix and continue that offense. However, Revan's Huang, nothing to laugh at, nothing to, you know, doubt.
Yeah, the problem is that I think ring outs and in wall combos, Yoshi is overwhelmingly stronger than Huang. Neither character with a whole lot of frame advantage to speak of on hit. But one thing that we're seeing out of Yoshi 6 that is potentially going to give Revan a bit of an issue is that things like 4-4A and 1A are simply not flying in this set so far. We're seeing Yoshi 6 picking up anything that's potentially a seeable low, anything that's a potential punish that he can pull out here. And so as time goes on, you can see Revan is just constantly trying to make decisions to keep him out of trouble, and slowly but surely Yoshi 6 is just dragging him towards the wall and just not allowing Revan any room to breathe. It's just very suffocating.
And using a lot of the tech crouching moves as well, we've seen this offense. He's able to evade kind of the mix-ups that Huang Union Talisman offers, like the A1, which is a high, and it just kind of slides in your DM and just kind of makes your day a little bit worse.
These 1As are just not really working out. Now, Yoshi 6 isn't really getting like a punish out of it, so it's potentially not the biggest deal in the world, but they're really not getting... You're effectively sacrificing the entirety of your turn in order to go for something like that, and so it's not really working out. Now, okay, yeah, definitely had to spend bar just to deal with the fact that Yoshi 6 has Huang up against the wall. Nice duck! Oh, no!
Beautiful.
Gets no punish out of it, though.
He did get the wall rising B, but wasn't able to close it out. But you know, with that life lead, chances are you're probably gonna win. But you know, crazy stuff happens in SoulCalibur 6. That's why we play this game.
This is one of the things that Huang is definitely going to do better than Yoshi at, which is just like this mid-range kind of poking game. There's a lot of stuff that we ended up seeing from Boom at Combo Breaker. So I hope that Revan is going to be able to pull that off in the next round, because he certainly doesn't have a chance of doing it this round. Oh wow, what a trade. 2 bars to 2 bars. I definitely think that that is in Yoshi's favor. But again, this is last turn Huang, so who knows how this is going to pan out. Tried to go for like the most ambitious whip punish in the universe.
The funny thing about Huang's lows, is especially the 4-4A, is it's -6 on block. You could step right after if you really wanted to, and get away with some dumb stuff. So just Huang being able to have those options at the +6, -6, -4 range gives him a lot of options to move around. So we do see a lot of that with 2-2K coming from Revan.
A little bit of the backswing getting him away from the 3A, and this is going to be huge. Yeah, there was like a gigantic force block that Revan could have ended up pulling out here. I don't think that's going to kill just yet, but the problem is, okay, so Yoshi 6 has a bar, but he's got this red guard gauge, and technically there is a force block here, which I feel, yeah, Revan's going to go with immediate soul charge, but now he can just back up and potentially just kill him with a 2A.
Oh my gosh, hits him with the
Auto
gun.
GI it is then.
You only have one life. Go.
Dude was like, nah.
Something I was just remembering too is something that's kind of cursed about this match is Revan has literally been dealing with like Yoshimitsu his entire life. He has a local with Ben with V's and Signia.
And Signia.
Wait, I thought Signia was a Hilda player.
Well, also
I didn't know that Signia played this game at all anymore, to be honest.
That's yeah.
Well, I mean, well again, like Revan's been playing this game for a long time, but so is Signia, and I don't know when Ben with V started. I'm assuming he started in 5.
I believe he started in 5.
Yeah.
But I mean, either way,
I know he played 5. I don't know if he played the previous game.
Ben with V's played Shiba in 5.
Yep.
Who I also played. That's cool. All right, so we're going back into this. We see a lot of kicks coming out from both players. Look at that. Look at that.
I can definitely see why Yoshi 6 wants to keep this stage. You got a lot of... We didn't really get to see it all that often, but you can definitely see a lot of potential ring-out opportunities, along with the fact that one thing that we did get to see a lot of was the threat of the wall pressure. And if he can utilize that kind of stuff, then maybe he'll get to play the video. Wait, that didn't ring out! He did not get the punish. Nobody's getting anything right here.
Knock him.
Just smashing that 3B. Feel like Revan's going a little too much for the gusto there. The frames do not complement this.
Getting 0 on block. Every lightning, like you see that lightning, it is a 0 on block situation.
Yoshi 6 effectively just kind of like relying on things like 3A at slight frame disadvantage because it seems like Revan is going for moves that are a little bit too slow, and he's taking a little bit too much advantage with the frame disadvantage that Yoshi 6 is able to do. Wow. Able to sidestep that jump kick.
Another mix. Nope, keeps the +6 right there, decides to keep his frames for movement.
Ooh, good challenge, yeah, with the counter hit.
I think he didn't want to use as much resources there and decided to cut
I
it
think
short.
that's fine, yeah. But if you are going to end up cutting that string short, you do kind of effectively have to deal with the fact that you are at frame disadvantage. You can't really move after that.
Unless you're like, you know, a Chad and you're like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, you could, but then you'll lose a round like that.
Well, they guess, yeah.
Gee whiz, okay. That you have to block here. Okay, so if you can spend bar, then you can spend bar.
Okay.
Wow, that backswing.
Hit him with the Sakai right there.
Steps the jump
and the unbreakable throw right there.
Dead to the mix.
And the
This
chip
goes
damage.
For the chip, yeah. Either way. This could go either way right now. Decides not to spend the bar.
Low.
That's tough stuff.
Yeah, at that point it's like a mix-up.
So I feel like... Oh, going to character select. So, obviously it's very difficult to try and find a stage where Yoshi is going to be at a disadvantage. Probably the only stage that I can think of will be like the castle stage. That's about it. I don't know if he's actually switching characters. He's just trading weapons. Okay. Now, the stage could certainly get worse than what we saw. So let's see where we're going.
Walls.
I feel like this is a bit worse than what we had before for Revan.
My brother, a bit?
Yeah, I would say just a bit, because we did see a lot of wall pressure from the last two games. So it's not like that was like completely removed and now it's going to show up here the whole time. It was showing up a lot before, and now it's just going to be constant.
Yeah, but now he's already at a wall combo. That's probably going to kill. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, yeah.
That is not the right combo.
He's playing with the spoon, I bet. Oh
Yeah,
my
I
God,
guess
the
so.
GI?
Well, I hope it doesn't end up biting you. I mean, Wong has a lot of work to do, so it's going to be tough to make this comeback, but it's not entirely impossible. Okay, yeah.
Not the backstep.
Yeah,
Having an
Revan
I-10 allows you to do that.
around. Yeah, I think moving around at disadvantage is very difficult in a spot like that.
Cheeky 4K right there. Very linear, but very good Oki tool on the palm.
Yeah. Oh man, almost got that duck, but not so much. And kind of like what you were talking about, yet again, it's like a full life combo that we have here. There we go. This is a combo that I'm used to. Yep.
And then the reset. Good.
Man, Huang's sidestep is unbelievable, dude. One of the only characters in the world that could probably do that.
Minus 12 there, but decides not to take the punish. Goes for some movement instead. We're going to see the soul charge come out from...
A on whip into A.
Oh, he dead. Unbreakable. 2-3-6-A plus G.
Awfully expensive though on talismans.
Right, and it puts you actually in a really good situation because they're far enough where you could Iron Will. And you just
That
wait.
is true.
Yep.
It's not something that we've seen from Revan all that much. We don't really see a lot of Iron Will usage yet.
Right.
Ooh, trying to go for a minus 14 punish.
Yeah, 1K, just getting those trades.
Nice sidestep.
Beautiful sidestep.
Yes, I
gonna
definitely
hop over it.
appreciate the... Yes, very, very good. I think that was a fantastic conversion. Using the talismans there to get your second round, I definitely think that was worth it.
Right, and it's a whiff punish away. If Revan is able to keep up that life, it's going to be really good for him.
Okay, so we've got a lot of meter from... Okay, then. We've got a lot of meter from Yoshi 6. We'll see if he decides to spend it here or save it for the last round. We are dealing with -9 Huang at this point. Dangerous, but also risky.
Right, no meter to back it up with either, but we are going to get some huge damage, some guard damage right there.
Oh man, imagine he just decided to CE there. I think that might have been worth it just to solidify the round, but we'll see.
Yep, and the 9K doing wonders right there. But doesn't get the punish. Probably waited a bit too long looking for that. Ooh.
Okay, so we're dealing with Half-Life Huang. We'll see if he can pull something out here, but this is going to be tough. Immediately goes to -9.
Right, but look, there's a lot of lethal hits in play.
Oh, it doesn't go for it, and Yoshi 6 not really respecting the lethal hits.
That's the first lethal hit we're going to see.
Okay.
Maybe a CE? Nope.
Soul attack. I like it.
45
Yoshi
damage
6
low.
with the bar. Doesn't spend the bar. Went for a 3A. That was really risky. I'm surprised.
And he didn't even like go hard
out of nowhere.
He didn't really go hard with that -9 soul charge right there. He was like, I'm just gonna play neutral. I'm just gonna kind of put that mental stack in their head and just play solid.
Yeah, it's kind of what we were talking about before with Toothpaste, is that the threat of the back trim B+K was enough in order to solidify his game against SCVI, and very much the threat of the potential mixes and everything were more than enough to deal with what Yoshi 6 was going to potentially be dealing with.
Right.
It's a lot of like very, very complicated character once you're dealing with Huang at -9. It can be very difficult to deal with.
Right, but we can't count any of these players out. You know, Yoshi 6 was able to, you know, bring it to last round. It was very scary, and you know, but Revan just pulled through and is now going to move on in the bracket.
And he's not only is he moving on to winners finals to face Toothpaste, which means our winners finals is a Huang mirror.
Nah, Toothpaste is gonna go.
No,
like
I'm sick right now, bro. I just caught like COVID-21. I'll catch you later.
I'm gonna be willing to bet all the money in my pockets that simply because it was hyped as a Huang mirror, Toothpaste is gonna go out of his way to play like Baldo or something.
Maybe. Or Revan might go back to Grow. I don't know. I'm assuming at least one of the games will be a Huang mirror. At least one.
Yeah, I think the only reason now that would be the case is because Toothpaste does not want to prove me right. And so he will want to do a Huang mirror so that he can tell me to shut up.
All right. Well, only one way to find out. Well, I guess you don't have.
There's only one way to shut me up, and that is to replace me on commentary, and that would never happen, right?
Maybe.
Commentator's curse. You said it, not me, brother.
Boy, I have really stepped into it, haven't I?
You may or may not be screwed.
I think I need I'm gonna need a tissue or something to wipe this egg off my face, and some sort of pliers to get the shoe out of my mouth.
The only fate worse is you're paired up with me.
This is just desserts for being like, who the fuck is Uwu earlier?
Oh man, and now it's a NorCal commentator duo coming up soon. You'll get your King of the Hill. Yeah. King of the Hill copies in the mail.
Oh boy. But in any case, thank you JJ for coming out tonight. I appreciate it. Commentary is always valued as forever.
Thanks very much for having me, and like I always say, life is like a box of chocolates. Make sure you break everything in half before you eat something.
That's fair.
You know, I have expected to be like I always say, tell Konmai to call me when he has a chance.
That one was also fair.
Oh.
All right.
Ooh, what's good?
What's up?
So well, also you want to know some tech? So I don't know which. There's one or two programs that might have been causing my OBS to crash, but I'm pretty sure the one that's really doing it was my OBS or my webcam.
Oh, deadass
program. I'm pretty sure Logitune. I don't know. I don't fucking trust that program, but I've turned it off and we're still going pretty strong. So I'm going to go test a couple things like sometime later tonight, probably after I'm done editing the 4 VODs together. Anyway, cool. But thank you, Uwu. Welcome. Glad you can make it. Thanks for filling in the spot.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. The miscommunication at work for my part, so I ended up going home a little earlier, as in 2 hours earlier. So now I'm here.
We take those.
Right on.
Well, both of you are here. Our Matcherino is currently still at $200.38 50 or $238.50. I can't speak.
Oh. A little more than
a lot of dollary dues.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if someone slept through this bracket.
Yeah, tonight would not be the night to do that. Let's just. I mean, I'm not sure any night is a great night.
Is Incendiary in the bracket right now?
They were.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. So this Matcherino is
It was like ain't no way. It happens a second time.
It's at a pretty good time, but there are still 16 free codes remaining, chat. So if you haven't already, !Matcherino, click on the link, go sign in or create an account, and then click on this claim code button. If you have not already, it adds a free 25 cents into the pot. Again, that's a free whole nother like $4 that goes to our top 3 players for tonight. So again, let's use up those free codes. Cost absolutely nothing. Big shouts out to DeGwiffin for $100 and the code, as well as Kirk for the $100, which puts us up so high. Great Dreamer with 20, Rotary Lover with another 5, and anyone else who might have donated. But yeah, very, 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 very much appreciate all the help. Thank you so much for everyone who's used them. If you haven't already, please, please, please use those promo codes. Get this Matcherino pot up even higher.
Yeah, let's finish up the codes.
Indeed, indeed. I have put on my code before I got here, so.
Same. Before I had to head out.
Alright, so who do we have up next, my brother?
So we're gonna go straight into our winners finals.
Ooh,
oh
we might
no,
see
we're
the
not.
Wong here.
No, we're not until I at the right people. That would that would definitely help if I'm actually paying attention to what I'm doing with my life. I'm really not. Bro, I'm literally starting to lose track of like what day it is because I'm not on my school schedule anymore. It's already starting to hit me.
No.
Oh yeah, it's summer vacation.
You gotta do like the Japanese Navy and like have the same meal on the same day, like curry day and whatever, so that you know what day it is.
Katsudon day.
I only like eat like one of two things for breakfast at any given time. And I just basically alternate it. It's either have like yogurt with granola, or I make myself with like an egg, bacon, cheese, like mini sandwich.
I'm hungry now.
That's like it. Bro, I've been hungry like all my life.
So,
speaking of food, there's a lot of good buffets down at Las Vegas, ain't there?
Catch me at the Twisted Spoon at the Cosmopolitan. They got like duck there.
Is that the one with like the tiny dishes? Like you take individual small plates?
I don't know, but it has a Michelin star and it's like $50.
I feel like Michelin stars were at the point where like you have to check on when that Michelin star was assigned. Because some of them
like trying to go to the Michelin star place with the mouth foam or whatever.
Oh god. Ooh. Yeah, because I feel like just some of those Michelin stars are slightly out of date.
I don't know. That's a good question, actually, how long they're valid for. I don't know how that works, but I think it can be well earned. It just means sometimes that the food is ultra pretentious.
Well, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying is just like, I mean, yeah, the restaurant had a Michelin star, but like they've gone through 3 different sets of owners and like 4 different staffs, and it's not really the same restaurant anymore.
Maybe, yeah.
It depends.
I don't know. We didn't really get to go eat crazy buffets much for 2019 EVO, but there's a lot going on, I guess.
But yeah, for those of you wondering, yes, SoulCalibur 6 will be at EVO this year. Not a main game, we are a side tournament, but we are doing a lot of work to make this not just like a side tournament where you go, you play SoulCalibur and a couple other games, then you're done. We're also trying to offer a little bit of other things going on with the Suite of History, thanks to Chapter and SabinDeus for helping us all with that. So there's going to be a lot of more SoulCalibur stuff going on just besides the this tournament itself. But if you're interested in joining, start.gg/Vortex Gallery so you can sign up for the tournament, and then just keep an eye out on Twitter specifically, because that's where we're all mainly at, for more info on the Suite of History stuff.
Do you have to sign up for EVO and Vortex?
You have to have an EVO pass to do anything at EVO, and then the Vortex Gallery is separate. So you have to buy a pass, and then you have to register for the game on the Vortex Gallery. So yeah. All right, so we're going in this. One of them's chosen Huang, and I know the White Huang.
Both of them have.
Yep. See. Yep. There we go.
All right. Well, thankfully he picks the no hood version, no hat or whatever, so it's easy to tell them apart.
Bloodborne one.
Yeah.
What is this? Is that teal? Is that aqua? What do we want to call that?
Tiffany blue.
Tiffany. I'm just gonna go light.
Balling out here.
Too much.
All right.
They're so Hong mirrors, we definitely don't see this very often.
Yeah.
So which one is the teal one? Toothpaste?
Toothpaste is the, yeah.
Okay, so Toothpaste off to a good start here.
Right, can we talk about K4 into grab? It like magnet handed him into that grab.
Oh, the
gosh,
punish.
that's a punish.
Big punish.
Minus like 20 million.
Oh, Twitch duck, but wasn't ready to punish the throw. Ready to punish that though.
We already see really good resource management, health management from both players. However, we are seeing Swordman Toothpaste feeling a little bit more comfortable with the matchup.
Yeah, pushed. Oh! Jumps right over to get the wall splat. Huge life lead. Wow, no punish?
Oh my gosh, the trade.
Weird trade.
It's very weird timing going with these both players. We definitely know they both know their characters, so they're gonna have to, you know, play the player a lot more, especially in the mirror.
Alright, small punish there. Alright, Revan getting some offense going. 2K blocked. Okay.
Oh,
when he's so slow.
Gosh, 4-4B getting out of that situation. Iron will comes out. Oh, wait, no, but it does. He still keeps it because he didn't actually land it. He's going to either keep it for 6B plus K or maybe a 4.
Not gonna use it there. I thought maybe he'd use it to whiff punish.
Oh, no, that was even a better setup. Gets the counter hit confirmed to be -9 to get that one. That was actually very big brain of Toothpaste right there.
Oh, but gonna lose the round and gonna have a big talisman penalty coming into this one. Interesting.
Gosh, where you going?
We're trading the same move.
Our man's trying to, you know, fly across the country instead of actually fighting the other Huang.
Okay, just small punishes. Wow, really good awareness. Huge punish with the wall splat from Toothpaste.
We are seeing the -9, but we're gonna see E punish and goes out. Game?
Yeah, I think the whole time Toothpaste had a really, obviously the character knowledge showing, knowing when to GI, when to duck, but there were so many situations where he just was stepping verticals. I feel like maybe Revan was getting a little too aggressive there.
Right, and we are going to see the character select, we might see a stage switch, or maybe an entirely different character.
Welcome to the stage.
Yeah, who else has Revan been playing? I mean, he used to play Grow. I don't know if he has at all.
Mitsu, right?
Yeah.
Oh, now we're just going.
No, just gonna change color. Okay.
Color
It's gonna make BPC do some extra work. That's fine.
Definitely Toothpaste with the P1 privileges for picking songs.
Wait. But Toothpaste is still blue, so it's fine, actually. This was a good pick. He only has to change Revan.
Battle 1. Fight.
Getting the red aura for more meter gain. And
Oh, trading some big buttons.
yeah, the sticky hands. Did you know sticky hands was 15 damage, guard damage on hit?
Ow. You just sucking the magic guard right out of it.
Yeah, the magic.
Wait, what was that stupid move we found out on the last Saturday? The move that does more guard damage on hit than it does on block.
Baldo's full attack.
Baldo's soul attack does more damage on hit than it does on block.
Yeah, 17 or 16% on hit, 14 on block. And we're like, I hate this character.
That weird drill thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we
the
do see
jump over
classic
mid.
mid. Toothpaste looking like a blender right now, trying to mix it up.
Alright, backswing.
Ooh, maybe trying to get like a soul attack right there for the 66KK cancel.
Definitely seems to be Revan playing a lot more compact, and it's working out.
Right, these pokes are getting huge mileage from Revan right now, but the whiff punish!
As soon as I say that, he whiffs a big button and gets seen punished.
Comp 3, like just... You know, just go in and do your thing, and maybe you get a whiff punish out of it.
Right, so a little bit of talisman penalty for Revan. a little bit of life deficit right now. Toothpaste just going in. 2 meters for Revan. I'd like to see him have to use some here. Getting juggled.
Huang having a safe launcher into that. Oh my goodness. Let me just 3B at -8. And,
I was gonna say. Delayed 3B, maybe.
Pressing probably catching a counter hit. Press buttons or not?
It was a counter hit. I think he just, that was more of a timing catch than the frames.
A little bit of soul searching coming from Revan right now, trying to see what he could do to bring it back, maybe try to get something on the board, maybe change it up a little bit. But right now, Toothpaste looking real comfy right now, going, you just keep it up and he'll be in grands in no time.
Yeah, okay, Revan just taking a second to think about it, but I'm gonna jump right back to it. Alright.
+2 right there, trying to catch something out with a counter hit, but that really short.
Ooh. Breaks the RE. Guard already yellow because of that RE. Oh, I mean, red, excuse me.
Oh, bye-bye.
Or don't even need the guard. Nah, that's actually ideal. Keeps
right,
the
now
guard damage in the second. Ideal for Toothpaste, rather.
Right,
Double
blue
talent.
and red.
Oh no, now they're both stepping. Just swing mirror things. Oh man. Wow, steals a turn back with a counter hit.
Oh, decides to go for K4 instead of using the talisman.
Wow, guard back to red for Revan. Alright, the offense is working though. I'm gonna get out to yellow and get Toothpaste into yellow health.
Oh, great
wow.
hand.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge.
Next hit'll do it. Again, this whole time Toothpaste is just comfortable stepping, comfortable ducking, just getting all the defensive options. Pretty much, I mean, there were so many times there where Revan did whiff and he was just late on the punish.
That R is nuts.
Ooh. Combo, jump over.
Oh,
wow, almost rings himself out. Oh, they're so close there.
Any knockdown becomes a force block situation for Toothpaste right now. Soul charge back. This is huge. And
Maximum doesn't go.
Toothpaste takes a 3-0 over Revan. Secures a spot in Grands.
Now, alrighty. So Revan's still gonna move down into loser's side.
Yeah, it was a pretty commanding set from Toothpaste, just being able to lock down his own character. Kind of.
Yeah. You know, it's funny though. Sometimes, just because, like, you'd be surprised how many players are not familiar with the mirror. Like, they're so used to playing the character and not playing against them. But that didn't look to be the case for DP. Yeah, exactly. Lord knows when I run into random online minas who just do the most absurd nonsense. I'm like, oh god. He went for that and I ate it.
Yeah, walk up, full crouch, 1 KK round star. Oh, okay, that's how you're gonna do it.
I mean, even worse than that. Like, just... like, 2-2B, 6-6V hold, and then just run up Diamond Cutter. Like, oh my god, dude. But anyway, I think Revan did have, you know, despite not taking a game, there were some rounds where he was starting to come back. He was getting momentum, and then I feel like every time he started to nearly secure it, started to get things in his favor, Toothpaste would just step and see punish, just step and just destroy something, and he just never really quite got was able to contain Toothpaste.
For sure, for sure. Now we're going to see what, loser semis?
Yeah, what's next, VPC?
Yeah, that was Runner's Finals. So the only thing next to run is going to be loser semi, which is going to be Yoshi 6 and Zefukai.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
So Zeph, very strong player. Definitely can't count him out. Yoshi 6 also pretty strong as well. Going to go in as the underdog, but can't count Yoshi 6 out.
Yeah, this is the Grands last week, right?
I
A
believe
bit
so.
of a rematch. Yoshi winning his last set over Manta 2-1. Zefkai beating Sly Tiger to get here. So yeah, I think last week, I don't think it was, it was a pretty quick set, but maybe it'll be good to see what adjustments Yoshi 6 has done. Maybe they've played more and more sets against Zef, making it consistently late into the bracket here Wednesday Night Fights, as he has done again tonight. So see what he has in store for us. And we have a good stage for Yoshi, so that's
Indeed.
about as good a start as you can get at the character select.
Right, but obviously Zef definitely known for Xianghua going in with a very strong pick as well.
Right, playing his main. Okay, pretty slow start right here, but still just in the poke battle. Zef way in front, late on the whiff punish. Super hard to whiff punish 2-2B. Sweep lands.
Still kind of containing a good life lead against Zef at the moment.
Deals a turn there with that 6-8 plus B. It's a good chunk of damage for it. Oh, whiff punishes the 9k attempt, and
Well, goes for a fat mix-up right there, because if that's blocked, Xianghua gets a low grab.
yeah, guaranteed low grab attempt. I don't know why he got hit there. Maybe try to step a little too late. Finishes the string. Oh, jumps right over the hell sweep. Alright. Step, finish 6. Good med K into. Who tries to splat? Yeah. Zef Nith knows it's coming, just holds G. Ooh,
Great
tech
tech
crouches. Get some meter.
Wow, that was a very cheeky 2k run up 2k.
Another run up 2k. Knows he's just gonna respect it.
Look at that movement from Zef right now, just being able to kind of make things a little awkward for Yoshi 6. However,
Ooh, good hell sweep.
oh, great.
Punishes the crybaby.
Knowing that the crybaby would come out.
Very clean. Ooh, good duck. Just a small punish. Deals that. That was the same setup that worked earlier. He did A plus B into the 6A plus B. And it worked twice. Trying for the Rose Ring out. Ooh. Too far for the punish. Oh, gets the splat.
Oh!
Oh, the
That's
golems.
so
The stage is
so
cursed.
rough.
Stage is cursed.
Golems. They stopped her, but you know what? He still has a big life lead. Potential mix-up could do it.
A punished.
Literal pixel time, but Zef's gonna try to salvage this round with a soul charge.
Oh, no.
Oh, nice delay there. Just waited. Zef thought he could take his turn again and got counter hit.
Zef is kind of taking it slow right now. Definitely using kind of this time to adapt for next game possibly, and if he's able to get game 1, even better.
Ooh, a little too far. Great step back in with punish from Zef.
You're like getting dealt 82 damage. Oh, still does 75 for the CE. Interesting.
Yeah, even though he's airborne. Oh, gets the launch. 6k, Brave Edge. Gets the Oki too. No, a little too far. Tries to step and punish with a throw, but she's just way out of there.
It's very interesting to see that instead of full crouch 3Bs, we were seeing a lot of just raw 3Bs, and Zef's getting punished for them every time.
Yeah. Yoshi 6 gonna take the first game. Didn't even need to take advantage of being on one of Yoshi's islands.
Right. Yeah, and it actually didn't even work out for Yoshi 6. We saw it go the other way, and we're like, oh, okay, cool.
I wonder if that could have been a timing thing, or I guess near the wall, even the half walls, sometimes the combos get janky.
Right.
Ooh, and so Zef gonna switch over to Sophie. Interesting.
Ooh, and a wall stage. So this is actually still really good for Yoshi 6. Crazy damage output and pressure, because I believe this is smaller, if not the same size as Moonlit Forest.
But I can't back down.
Yeah, a smaller stage could be good for a shorter range character. Less room for Zeph to run around and space him. Ooh, good duck on the 1K.
Medkit gotta respect it. KK coming out.
Oh, late on the punish and the kick. Taking sides, gets the low, gets the knee, gets the throw. And looking really good for Yoshi 6 so far in this first round. Oh, a little ding dong counter hit.
Wow, the tech crouch again. That's gonna close.
That's gonna kill. Wow, great timing there.
Alright, Yoshi already working out on game 2. However, can't count Zeph out. The Sophie pick is also very strong. So just gotta see how he's able to adapt in this situation.
Good start already here.
Great hell sweep and a beautiful punish.
The just frame.
Another punish. GI whip.
Wow. Ready for the 1K hold. Just launches it. Uh-oh. The most damaging
That's probably
throw.
like one of the smoothest throws in the game. It's just like she does the 360. It's just like,
Right. And it's wild that her most damaging throw is the side.
Right. And it's like a specific side, because the other one you get like the shield bump.
Right, not quite as bad. And then the booty bump from the
Back
rear
area.
is so bad.
It's like 30 damage. It could ring out, but how's it gonna serve any purpose here? Okay.
You have really small caliber here.
Yeah, knowing that he has to slow it down to actually kind of make sure Yoshi 6 does respect the play. Oh!
Zeph doesn't want to guess. Oh, late on the punish!
+4, I think.
That was the
Great
opportunity
grab,
needed.
breaks out.
Great break. Oh, it's full too far for the low.
0.
Just holding G. Oh, tries to finish the string.
That's huge, beautiful whiff punishing, knowing that it would gap close like that.
Yeah, really clean from Zeph to find the space between the A's. That's gotta hurt from Yoshi 6. He was really close to taking that one. Ooh, good GI. Ooh, takes the knockdown. Very brave, Yoshi 6, ducking and punishing the low there with his back to the wall.
Indeed, indeed. Look, and just like that, Zeph getting that momentum. Very huge life lead.
Ooh, late again on that 4K beat punish.
Oh man, he got a little antsy there and tried to challenge that BBB.
And the Sophie switch worked out for Zeph in that one. The Yoshi 6 really still kept it close. Now you gotta think that missing the whip punish on the Taz B, the start of that soul charge late in the second round, really hurt.
Yoshi 6 gonna do a little bit of soul searching right now. Maybe a little bit of icing, maybe a little bit of waiting, chilling.
Say a quick prayer like Sophie.
Yeah. He's gonna need help wherever it is, though.
Yeah. Interesting. Do some meditation. Heal some soul, some meter back. Oh wow! Right back to his
Yoshi's Island.
This game sucks.
But we love it anyway.
Random is so not random. All right, well let's see. Yeah, Zeph just starting with this slide.
Schleish.
Cutting some necks. Oh, that time finishing the string worked.
Great punish right there, knowing that any option will lose to any fast move, disrespectful move right there.
Ooh. The jump. Oh, doesn't finish the string. Catches a duck. Big damage.
Oh my gosh, and the hell
Hell
sweep's
sweep
gonna
will
huge
do
damage.
it.
Decides not to attack either, even though face up.
Interesting. All right. A lot of distance to close. Catches Zeph. Doesn't have the meter to do the longer combo. Zeph just peppering him, but great duck. Frames just backs away. Backs all the way out of 6-6B range.
Wow, beautiful AGI right there. Breaks the neck, goes for the guess, and is going to close out the round.
Alrighty, quick 1-1, and still no meter for Yoshi 6. Just now getting barely enough to do a Brave Edge. Actually, not quite even. That's the life lead.
Ooh, beautiful health swing. Yoshi
Gonna
6.
go.
Yeah.
Gonna guess again? Guesses right this time.
That's a huge punish. That's gonna kill. Zeph is like, bro, I'm woke up. You dead?
Yeah. Definitely a commanding round. Maybe getting a better feel for Yoshi 6's aggression and timing, stuffing him with kicks. Good spacing though. He's gonna get in, not quite ready to whiff punish the KK.
Beautiful 1K counter hit right there, trying to catch up with step.
A lot of just holding G.
Movement.
Yeah, the patience. Wow, Yoshi 6 maybe waited like 20 seconds to set up that hell sweep, but you know what? It worked. He has the life lead. Oh, tries to get the wall, not quite.
That's huge punish, does not get punish there.
Ooh. The big launch on Oki. Gets the launch again. Tries a third time. Tries a fourth time! And it's gonna seal it with CE.
Ain't no way the fourth time. Ain't no way! I'm a Doug. Die.
Yeah, that was rough.
Cannot afford to lose.
Now, Zeph and Losers Finals.
Gods, please forgive me.
Gunning for that grand final spot. Zeph, fresh off a win, now gonna go right into Revan.
And so Zeph was sent into loser side by Toothpaste. So
Right.
Zeph fighting for the chance to get the run back here.
Indeed, indeed. However, we are gonna see Revan play against Zeph before we get to that point. And who knows, Revan might be able to take it. Huang definitely takes a lot of character knowledge to really understand at a certain level. So maybe Revan's might be able to pull it out.
Plus, I don't know. I mean, maybe I've missed it, but I can't say I've seen these two fight here at Wednesday Night Fights or ever. So maybe a little player mismatch. Totally fresh. Not like usually, I think when Zeph gets deep into the bracket, fighting a lot of folks he sees week in and week out.
Right. Just the same 6 dudes.
Just about. Alright, setting up buttons here. Picking colors. Zeph going back to X.
Yeah, the Xianghua pick. Something a little safer, maybe. I mean, it didn't really work out in the Yoshi 6 set, but maybe it might work for this set.
Yeah, maybe he's just defaulting. Interesting. And we're on the river. Hard to say. Kind of a neutral stage for both of them.
Right, it is big.
Yeah, a little more space maybe if you want to play a more range game with Long. Like that, getting big pokes. First hit on the board for Revan. Wow, good lift punish from Zeph.
That's still huge damage. I'm gonna go for a cheeky reverse ring out there.
Yeah. Just threw it out there, hoping to catch Zeph sleeping, but no dice.
Oh,
wow! Calls it out. Gets a counter hit low again. Big life lead for Revan here. It's huge life lead.
Yeah, and the 3A will catch.
Yeah, just stole a turn.
Yeah, Wong being able to have a fast mid Hori actually really helps with him contain movement with like 2-2A, 3A, 4A, a lot of those kind of moves. Zeph has to be a little bit careful about moving around Huang.
Ooh. Big whiff on the vertical off the talisman move. Good duck from Long. Oh, big counter. Interesting, goes for the OQ setup.
Soul charge, Huang gets a lot of tools, being able to mix up very well.
Oh.
High damaging low as well, chip damage, everything in play right now.
Wow. Yeah, just uncorks that soul charge and lets Zeph have it. Zeph has 2 bars, but is also down 2 rounds.
Right, but you can't count Zeph out. Zeph might be able to pull something like this out. Look at that life lead pretty much working out.
Near perfect, didn't spend any of that money.
Huh? What?
Oh, and gets back thrown for it. Poor Huang just looking and going the wrong way.
Where you going?
Wow, okay. So many just big whiffs that Revan is able to block. Patient there through the stance transition, gonna get some kicks here.
Alright,
Big low.
Oh no, this is huge.
Good step and punish from Zeph. Now good ring positioning too.
Not block punish that, but is gonna go for.
He's gonna kill. Zeph running it back. Still hasn't spent all that meter he built up 2 rounds ago. And in fact now both 2 rounds, 2 meters apiece. Too far for the follow-up. Landed that at max range.
Oh, dude.
Oh, the anti-air?
Look at that damage. This is more than CE. And that's a whip punish. That's it.
Yeah, there's the CE. Wow. Revan off to a good start here, but Zeph on Revan. Oh man, it's like their ship name. So Zeph doing a good job there, kind of making the adjustments. I guess got enough information in the first 2 rounds to turn it all the way around.
Yeah, just a character like Xianghua is able to really like rely on neutral tools that are really safe against like a player who's very aggressive or has a lot of like character like stuff. It actually works so well for that Xianghua player. So being able to keep a very staggered offense is kind of huge for that.
Yeah, finally got a better sense of how Revan wanted to play and because landing all the launches and punishes. I say that, and he's down in this round, getting punished himself. Ooh, gonna have to guess. Last hit, another low. That is tricky. Have to duck at the edge, or not step at the edge to duck that move.
Right, so much mix-up after mix-up after mix-up. It's just a huge mental stack.
Alright, gonna steal some guard damage. Ooh, nice step and not a punish. Weird interaction there.
Hey, that's huge. Grab.
Ooh.
Not going for the ring out. Try to stop that. Thinking a B was coming. Ain't no way. That's dead.
Yeah, totally ready. At a meter on deck and just figured he'd bet it on Revan going for the low. He was right. Stuff stealing that one, but now out of resources. This would be a good round for Revan to win. But wow, weird interaction there. But Zeph comes out on top with a throw.
Right, but the talisman management as well as how Zeph is playing, trying to slowly bleed out Revan right now. Not really committing to too much. Picking his battles very wisely.
Oh, can't break that.
Yeah, unbreakable.
Ducked again, no punish, but Zeph really feeling out those lows.
Oh my gosh, that was so huge! That was so big with the super tech crouch right there. Did you see that duck under everything?
Not the right button to challenge that stance. Perfect punish from Zeph.
Ooh, decides to go for a little bit staggered.
Oh, no punish on this 6A plus B. The launch in the CE. This is gonna scale a lot, right?
Yeah. It does have less scaling than 2TB though.
Alright. Oh, goes for the kill there. That's gonna do it. The run counter. Alrighty. Round 5. Zeph with the meter advantage.
Alright, good resource management on Revan's part. Not really having any life deficit going into this final round and being able to use anything he really wants. So Zeph has to play out of his mind.
Ooh, Zeph calling out the transition. Still behind in the round.
Just like that, life lead pretty much.
Ooh. The low is gonna take it. We're 1-1 in this set.
Man, that mix-up is huge. Just like you have a low, you have a mid. You gotta like eat it. You actually have to eat it if you get to that part. You could stuff it out, but like yeah, you just kind of have to. If you see the green, oh.
And you're right, that was great. Revan getting into the last round at 0 on Talisman, able to just spend all the money he wants.
Right, and as you use more, you get better lethal hits.
He doesn't even need them in this round. Just stuffing Zeph with a ton of kicks. Wow! Tricky stuff. The cancel and the empty jump.
Another grab.
Oh boy. Zeph pouring it on. Ooh, realigns there.
Beautiful duck.
Crazy duck. Launch. Alright. Good counter hit. Oh.
Okay, right there.
The combo here gets the setup. Good duck that time. Revan really making these low kicks work for him, though. Ooh, good call out on the stance. Good call out on the GI whiff.
Ryan just being able to have that aggressive pressure right
Whoa,
there.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, that's bad.
Getting a little too spicy here.
Oh, and just catches a step.
Still salvages the round. I thought he was going to get wrung out for that UB attempt. That was crazy.
Yeah, Xianghua's ring out isn't the craziest either, it seems.
Yeah, a little too far there. Seth didn't even have that much life to give. I'm surprised he went so aggressive. Unless it was a missed input. Uh-oh. That's not a missed input. That's a missed throw.
Yep, and he's dead.
Much dead. Alrighty. Zeph up in rounds. Gonna be more meter. One more meter for Revan. He's at 3, so still conservative use of his talismans. He can pour that on a bit if he wants to try and fight his way back into this. Take some risks.
Right.
Good break.
Ooh, just getting stuffing. Making the stance force block is also really good. Just not being able to have Xianghua do any pressure, but you know, you just can't count out like very basic punish game from this character either.
Right.
Oh,
interesting. If the lethal hit in the 2-2B and the CE, this is surely going to scale a lot, but... Oh, good back roll. Thought that was going to be back roll CE. Oh my god. Zeph going for the crybaby kill.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good duck. No punish. The
2 for Zeph, so it's 2-1 on the board right now. We're going to see game 4.
I've been thinking about it. Possibly... No, not even gonna change stage. I mean, that was really close. I don't blame him if he wants to just get back into it. Oh, counter hit on the low. Spend a little money, do more damage.
Go for another mix-up right there.
Oh, good interrupt. Doesn't break the throw.
Back throw. No lethal hit. Not -3.
Ooh,
I got a
weird
retract.
interaction. Yeah, it did.
Break
Throw
throw.
break that time. Ooh, gets the counter.
Oh, not
whip
dead yet.
punish.
Oh.
Great spacing and awareness from Revan to push a button there. Zeph landing a combo here and getting a big life lead to start in round 2. And I say that, he's eating a launcher. Revan is just getting counter hits on that low every time.
Right, it's just kind of figuring out when he wants to move and so. Oh, that's he's dead. And gets talismans back.
Right, you kill the CE. Get a little more talismans, get the special little scene here.
Yeah, 3 talismans is huge. Now he goes into the next round with a lot of resources, and he's like on game point, so.
Zeph has 2 meters, he got his consolation meter and an extra one to fight back. We saw him do it in game 1.
Oh, try to GI it.
And after getting come back on last time, do you think if Revan is just going to spend more resources maybe to try and close the game here? A lot of life to overcome though in this one. Good break from Zeph.
Oh, great
Ooh.
fallout on the high right there. Just being able to slide it with the end.
Yeah, Revan maybe hoping Zeph would step, but he was just ready with a counter play.
Let's take some stable damage right there, going for a little bit more mix-up. We're gonna see the CE come out.
Spend some of that meter.
You can't stop me.
Seth looking comfy here, coming back in this one. Ooh, the Oki does a lot. No guts to help you there. Oh!
Oh my god,
Great
look at that
punish.
damage!
Huge
Nice to stay on the
damage.
ground, great
No punish.
duck.
Throw break will save his life. Oh!
Oh! Oh, he pressed, he pressed!
Yeah.
If he didn't press, that's -12. That was
You will not be forgotten.
But he did not respect the string pressure, and now it's 2-2.
Wow. And they're gonna keep at it. Down to the wire here. All right, winner of this game moves on into grands, and losers takes their chunk of the matcherino and logs off for the night. Ooh, big counter.
Oh yeah, a lot more aggressive from Zeph right now.
The lows! The lows again!
Oh,
All
3
the
lows in a row.
lows. Yeah!
Oh,
Ooh, good
yeah,
interrupt.
no punish. Great.
Oh, second time in a row.
Yeah, calling it out. He's gonna have to mix it up with some YYTB.
Wow, max range, great spacing.
Oh, I was kind of smooth right there.
Yeah. Ooh, with GI from Revan, you're gonna pay the price. A lot of damage. Interesting, and still charged.
Yep. The chip
Oh, huge damage. It worked. That's not ready for the
2K
big
for 2K.
vertical.
Does not decide to punish that 3B right there, but still able
ready.
to clutch it out with the CE.
A counter hit, just the timing mix up to open him up.
Yeah, this could be round. Yep.
Wow, Zeph up too quick, and this Revan has to win 3 straight to stay alive in the tournament.
Right now, but no meter on Changhua. Able to play a little bit more aggressive, more risks. Only gets away with like an AA.
Oh, good GI in the string. Oh, Revan's push GI RE finally paying off here. At -4, gonna have the soul charge. Gonna try to get back in this. Has a big life lead, and Zeph on the yellow and guard. Even more damage here.
It's gonna be a lot of damage.
Big launch.
Oh my god!
No way!
Right there, just the.
And that works great for him because he needed the talismans back.
Right, it's gonna be huge.
Oh man, sometimes you just gotta do it. Everything on the line, he just hits the.
Well, now we do have the resources. However, we don't have the meter.
That's true. That was the payoff. And now he doesn't really have the life either.
Yeah. Oh gosh, what is happening? Oh no! Oh gosh, breaking out of it. That would have been it for him.
Throw break
1K.
saving the perfect.
Oh my god!
Another
breaking out
one.
of it. Another chance at life.
Alright, does the mid. Zeph ready to.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
huge.
good interrupt.
The low.
The
Not
lows again!
Yeah, I think Zeph is just. Oh, never mind. Just duck and CE and win. Just, you know what? You're right. Easy.
Zeph's not gonna duck those low kicks, but he is gonna duck all the highs.
Right, because for him it's like, okay, it's like 30 damage, whatever, and then like he just ducks the CE and he wins. So it's like the risk management.
Man, that was a good set though. Shoutouts to Revan. Played really well. Made that one, that losers final, down to the wire, really.
Right.
But moving on is Zeph.
Mm-hmm.
And getting his chance at revenge on Toothpaste.
Indeed, maybe we're gonna see the Changhua pick going straight in. Maybe he's feeling more warmed up against Huang. Revan and Toothpaste do play a very different kind of Huang, but with move choices. But I think the game plan is kind of similar. So we'll see how he's able to adapt to a different Huang player.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Like, would you rather warm up against the character, or does it mess with you because it's similar but not the same?
Right.
Yeah, Zeph also hungry for again shot at the top spot of this $240 pot. Which there are still 10 codes. That's still like $2.50 that could be added on top of this pot, chat. If you haven't, !Match Marino, click the link, sign in, click the blue claim code button. It's free, costs you absolutely nothing. Support these players.
Yeah. And there's a comical number of accounts you can link. So you don't even have to make an account.
Yeah.
Just click on whichever goddamn social media thing you're logged into, or battle.
Technically, I could do 2 codes, but apparently that's not.
Yeah.
No, you don't. We don't do that. No one does that. That's no one does that. It's really
it's against the rules.
It's against the rules, so I don't do that.
Yeah, please don't do that. Only one code per person.
Hey, motherfuckers!
Yo, thank you Thermidor for the raid.
From the shadows, I strike the
All right,
darkness.
this is grand finals, everyone.
Hidden Saga. Well, we'll continue the saga of Zeph versus Toothpaste. A definitive answer tonight.
A single slash can
And then they'll probably do it again next week.
Yeah. But we gotta sell the score for tonight at least.
Fight
And
me.
it was a
he says.
2-0, right? 2-0 for
Yeah,
Toothpaste
2-0.
over Zeph. Interesting.
So Zeph's gonna have to win 3 and 3 to win. Toothpaste only has to win 3. So
The one set.
yeah, just the one set.
We're here on the icy stage. This is probably one of the more neutral stages, period, right? You got a little bit of everything. A little bit of space.
Everything, but I think it is quite ring out and wall combo favored just because of the wooden wall right there breaks, so you could do some kind of crazy ring out.
1, 2,
They're just getting beat up in the center of the stage. Interesting. Late Talisman gets the lethal hit. Still a long way to come back in this one for 2P.
Right. You do see the Crybaby come out immediately.
Oh, the whiff GI is going to cost him.
Red Aura for more meter already at round 1 with a full bar. Might use Soul Charge soon.
Ooh. Wow, good duck. Crybaby into low duck, expecting, that it's just your instinct. She uses it again, you want to do a low.
Right, you need to punish that as soon as you get hit for the guaranteed 2k. So, yeah, just being able to cover that with that late punish from Toothpaste is going to have Zeph in a really good spot.
He's doing a little bit of these unblockable cancels. What he's trying to get Zeph to do there. Alright, off the soul charge. Ooh.
Yeah, it's huge.
Wow. Big whiff punish. Zeph up with 2 quick. Oh, there's that punish. Great counterplay. Touches
Ooh,
the
look at that
duck.
close frame! Ooh, we got sparkles, bro.
Sparkles and splashes and
Sparkles
working
and
on a P.
Yeah, that's that's a
Oh,
new
wow.
album title. Sparkles and splashes. Crybaby decides to use it for movement instead.
My blood boils and is set ablaze.
Yeah, has to soul charge and fight all the way back in this one is Toothpaste. Guessing,
We'll grab.
right?
Safe launcher.
Ooh, auto GI.
And the unbreakable throw right there. That was actually a very clean setup.
That's gonna take it.
Goes for the Iron Will. Doesn't matter.
Shows off a little at the end. Oh, from behind is gonna hurt. Wow, that did so much. I thought one of Zeph's or Xianghwa's weaknesses is bad combo damage.
Who said that?
My blood boils and is set ablaze.
Alright, well, Soul Charge worked out for Toothpaste last time. But he's just gonna eat strings.
Minus 12, and that's a good CE punish right there.
Getting a little
Being
too
aware,
aggressive.
yeah, just being aware of your string pressure and aware of your punishes as a Xianghua player is very important to just steal games like this.
First game to Zeph.
fall in love.
Yeah, Toothpaste is gonna rematch. Definitely see that.
Battle 1.
Ooh, ready for the start talisman.
Oh, ready for that!
Getting the early lethal hit. Scaled quite a bit, but you know what? Good start. Got half a meter already. Ooh, punish.
The amount of meter you get off your talisman move.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
Do it again.
Oh,
Oh my god, all the kicks, but the wall messes it up!
Oh, look at that
Good
meter.
RE to save his life.
Oh my gosh, dropping.
Next hit'll do it.
Oh my god!
Oh, next hit will put him in the wall. Is this gonna ring out?
That could ring out. Doesn't matter. Oh my.
Oh, a huge comeback for Zeph.
That reset was actually sexy as fuck.
Call out the roller.
Gosh, that little stance into movement for the grab. Zeph is, I think, it warmed up.
Oh man, getting the auto GI through her body.
Oh my gosh, that's huge damage too. That could be it.
Zeph getting 2 quick rounds. You gotta think that big comeback in the first round took some momentum away from poor Toothpaste.
Not gonna block that.
Wow, all the Wangs just want to land that low. It's gonna work. Big kicks, interesting. Gonna take the wall away, but huge life lead. And they. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Oh, but that's.
Oh. Wow. And the super aggressive round from Toothpaste working out there.
Indeed, indeed. And just like that, we are seeing the -3. The back throw lethal hit is in play at round start.
Ooh, good duck.
Just stuffs it with the crybaby.
Wow, okay.
Yep. Oh my gosh,
Brief moment of clarity. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Weird. Got a super high splat there, and I wonder if that messed up the combo. Oh. Interesting clash if that's gonna take it. But pretty minus here going into the last round. Zeph has a lot of meter. Oh, we're gonna spend one.
And has
Where are
another
you
bar.
going? Yeah, the next bar could kill. Definitely could kill after that.
Oh, that's death, I think.
Doesn't
Yep.
even need it, yeah. This is gonna be a P. That is the downside. You spend all the talisman money and
Then you die.
yeah, die in
You just die.
combos because you have no meter and less health.
-9 looking like it's not the way, but still in this. However, for the reset, Toothpaste does have to win 3 in a row. And before the reset. And then
Interesting. Character select? Just wants a moment?
Welcome to the stage of history.
Well, Zeph's now got the 2-0 going the other way after the first set.
Yeah.
It's all Toothpaste. Zeph is ready. Toothpaste really thinking about it. Hasn't moved off one. I don't know if he was thinking about switching. Switching would lock him in, means he's going to make the comeback with a new character if he wants it.
right, but the thing about Zeph as a player is like he does have training with Wong, especially with Boom, but definitely a lot of the character specific punishes. Zeph doesn't really employ that in his natural game plan, it seems. So being able to kind of gimmick with Wong and kind of play the character would be kind of big for Jesse.
Yeah, Toothpaste didn't even want to change. Just thought about it and just changed the costume. So there's a new look. Great use of the RGI. Though. That's gonna hurt. He would have had a big life lead. They're just gonna do some throws instead.
Oh my
wow.
gosh, what a
great whip punishes. Oh! Okay. Weird combo movement there. It's like, what's going on with the
turn
camera?
right in 2 feet.
Cameraman just can't
Google
hang.
Maps.
Yeah, seriously. See what Toothpaste can do here. Getting some pokes on incoming. Good duck. Oh, but late on the punish. Swinging for the fences with that 50+K.
Ooh, Huang and Soul Charge. Oh, stuffing out of the airborne stuff.
Oh.
Already on a reset point.
Reset point for Zeph. Tons of momentum here. Counter hit while raising D. Good break on the throw.
Oh.
Whoa! Tricky stuff there. Adjusting the move to beat with Zeph's tech crouch.
3AK getting the stand up right there. Oh wow, just respecting that option, keeping it real tight.
It's pretty low for both here. I think a CE could kill Toothpaste.
Oh.
What about a launch the other way?
What about a max range 3B for your troubles, my dude?
Interesting that he didn't spend the CE to kill there. You notice that? He's still at -3 here. Oh, tries to interrupt, wrong option.
Soul Charge is gonna come out.
Yeah,
You are
already
gonna
in the yellow.
Ooh, great step. Has to play the close game now, otherwise he's gonna run out. Still getting closer and closer.
Zeph has 2 meters, just waiting for a 2-2B or CE to kill this. And then go into the next set.
Look at that movement right now happening. Neutral.
The small kicks. Alright, launcher doesn't work.
Oh, that's dead.
Ooh. The perfect catches the back step there.
Yeah.
Didn't even need that meter. The 2 meters he had, in fact.
That's a reset.
Alrighty. Back to character select.
Yeah, I figured. I'm pretty sure that's what he was thinking before that final round is when they wanted, but I think he wanted to give it one more shot. And yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. They're gonna wait for the reset to change characters. Okay, with the song.
Oh, the nightmare pick.
Yeah. Oh, and we're on the big triangle. Yeah, I could see that. Toothpaste looked like they were never really in that set. Got close at the end there, but Zeph looking real comfortable. So, given that Toothpaste plays so many characters, not too surprised that they're switching. Let's see if the Nightmare works better. Not off to a great start. Ooh, so many launches. So many launches, just doing all the launches. All right, big damage here.
Damage, but all the tech. That could be. Oh, drop the combo and that track.
Painful. Interesting, but that is the thing with Nightmare. You're just, a couple hits away from being back in really any round. Drop combo, I mean, not quite warmed up on this character, surely. Oh, AJs are coming out. Lack of. Ooh, big punish. Daxway doesn't want to get. Yeah, ooh.
Pull up on your crib.
Alright, that round looking much better for Toothpaste. Little girl, he says.
Oh, that's gonna. Little girl about to do 80. Oh.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting combo choice, right? That's not the optimal. Just likes to do run up 2-2B. Oh. Second time Zeph just waited out the bubble. Not quite. There's your 2-2B.
Yep, there it is. That's gonna be a CE punish for
Just kidding.
Interesting. Yeah, and that round Zeph looking more comfortable. Maybe getting a little more comfy and warmed up in the anti-nightmare. Oh! That just popped the bubble?
Yep, probably did more than 21 damage. Does 22 or more.
Alright, so yeah, the big launcher is gonna break the bubble. Wow, the patience against the soul charge.
Oh my gosh, the snap CE.
No 6-6 kill today. Super good play from Zeph. Just waited for the attack with an opening. Didn't bite on any of that. Alright. Keep at it.
Wait, AP done so much damage. He's trying to catch out anything possible.
Catching the whiff attempt. Oh, good step and throw. Alright, there's a big lethal. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Disrespects the plus frames. Zeph got the much faster button for sure. The back turn chicken kick.
Yeah, this is gonna be huge. No, already working on, yeah, he's trying to speedrun.
Right, he wants to take the Whataburger money and go home.
Yeah, for sure.
Go to bed, I guess he's home.
Yeah. The Reno money.
Ooh, okay. Looks at the stance transitions. Doesn't fight on the 2-2B. Oh, ate a meter there. Spend the money. A lot of scaling, but not a lot of health for Toothpaste. Oh, just enough health. Oh, wow. Goes for the drill. Had to do something to get back in the round, and just doesn't work out there. Pops the armor again. I'm just feeling really comfortable here. Getting under the throws. Punishing the stances. Ducking the highs. It's just all Zeph here. Looking to go up 2 games. Good break. Saves his life. Gets under AGA.
Oh my gosh, 1 game away from match point.
Yeah.
That point for the night. You speed running.
He indeed is. Toothpaste gonna go back to character select. Got 1 round with Nightmare, and then Zeph suddenly just settled right in there. I wonder what Toothpaste is gonna do. He's just gonna think about it, think about how he wants to approach it. Can potentially pull out another character here. Gonna have a big 3-game deficit to overcome, but you know what? He took 2 straight against Zeph earlier. So anything is possible. I haven't seen, I mean, we all know, you know, Triple J mentioned he plays Zoldo, plays all these crazy characters, but I feel like it's been a long time since we've seen him play not Huang or Nightmare.
Right, we might see, no, we're seeing the Huang pick now.
Yeah, they're just going right back to it. I think that makes sense. Maybe try to switch it up. Had some games, didn't work out. You know, Huang is definitely their main, right? So
right.
go back to your main stuff. Oh, we're back at the river.
Random stage, by the way.
I know. Random just means that we change the lighting. It's like Blizzard for Overwatch too.
Yeah. We just had them change clothes. It's the same game.
It's a new game. It's
at least it's free.
Alrighty, well. Toothpaste, they got the life lead here. Oh, the lows. Last hit for Zeph. Wow, the whiff GI. Whiff button on whiff GI. Ooh, oh, misses the whiff punish. Wow. Zeph trying to get the auto GI back facing. Toothpaste closes it out. All right. Oh. Throw into throw.
Yeah, it's really rough out here. But
ooh, the mids.
Oh my gosh, just the movement, just patience coming from Zeph right now, just being able to kind of like, I know you're trying to hit me a lot, but I'm just gonna be patient, move when I have to, and just take my punish. Just like that.
Just like you're saying. I guess Toothpaste going for the kill there with a launch. Oh, he's not that. There's one more hit. Oh, is that a roll attempt? Trying to steal back the round, maybe. But Zeph just runs up into the round. Oh, good duck. Good duck the other way. Alright, puts on the red talisman, gets him. Oh, this is a lot of damage.
Yeah, but that's gonna be. Puts him in CE range right there, but doesn't have enough meters, so gonna have to win the neutral game. +6 situation, great block.
Oh, the throw, not quite gonna take it. What's the Oki?
Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful full crouch 3A from down.
It wasn't even the low that hit. Wow, the throw's really working. Zeph getting really comfortable here. It's on tournament points still. Wow, 5 already. Have to take some big risks and have them pay off. Toothpaste to stay alive in the tournament.
So the life lead pretty much even, but Zeph with the meter just has to wait for a whiff.
Yeah, trying to cover the approaches. And Toothpaste is running out of ring to back away. Has to go in here. Gets the lethal!
One more mix.
Not gonna kill. Ooh.
Like,
expecting
you gotta work harder to 6-0 me, buddy.
Indeed. But huge deficit now. That last round was costly. Anyway, playing slowly. Oh, the backswing! Oh wow, both characters whiffing. Oh, interesting. Lots of break attacks.
2-6 a meter.
Yeah, it's just waiting to spend it just to close out the tournament, really.
Oh, Soul Charge
Alright.
out.
Like that one. Soul Charge just to get a little bit. Is that gonna be in range? It's not!
That's it!
And Toothpaste is gonna secure a game! Staying alive in this one. For the skin of their teeth. Need a little extra toothpaste.
Indeed, indeed.
Alright. Tech continues. Zeph can change stage, interesting. Maybe just take a breather. Going to the Sam Show stage, a little smaller here. Hopefully the Sam Show announcer is still awake. He's probably ready to go home after that last one.
Yeah, we all tired.
Alright. Toothpaste keeping that momentum going into the next game with the launch. Oh, with GI. Oh! Low throw whiffing. Alright, gonna back away. Some aids, some whiffs. Wow, max range.
Just like that, the grab. Getting a little bit of a... I don't know what the blue thing is. But wow.
Yeah, Zeph's working those throws so well the whole set. Oh, big whiff punish. Still going for it. Do it again.
Duty.
Now, Zeph still has a huge life lead. Toothpaste already in the yellow. Soul Charge here.
Just going for that 2-2B lethal, just 2-2B CE combo. Oh, trying to catch
Save option. Oh, so much aggression. That Soul Charge paid off pretty well. Good stuff. Oh, interesting. Try to punish the throw with a, or the low with a throw. Maybe just a timing thing there, and pays for it. Oh, calls out the free GI. Toothpaste has the life lead and the good ring positioning. Oh, calls out the low, gets the splat.
Yeah, it's a crybaby coming out. Doesn't get the punish.
Two crybabies. Alright, just dropping in there. Ooh, tech jump. Beats the throw attempt.
Yeah, and already the momentum is going in Toothpaste's favor.
Alright, Toothpaste is running up and throwing right back.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, another throw going your way.
Scooped out of the revenge there. Oh, perfect counter hit. Perfect space and timing there.
Oh, and a throw right then and there. It's crazy.
Toothpaste is your statue guarding. And now -5 into round 5. Toothpaste. 2 meters for Zeph.
Oh, and a CE right there.
And one. Wait a second. That's not a punish.
He's living by the skin of his teeth right now.
Yeah.
0. Disrespect with the eye tag.
Whoa. Flying all over the place like a 2D fighter. There's your 2-2B in the CE.
Yep, and that will be the set. Zeph takes it. All the way to the bank from downtown, 6-1.
Indeed. Alrighty, well, GG's to everyone. GG's toothpaste.
Yep.
Still a lot of money in play, even for not
Indeed.
winning tonight. Oh my god. Thanks to everyone. Have that pot look at the end there, BBC.
We are sitting at a nice, healthy $252.25. And there are still 9 codes remaining.
And only one of y'all did it after we talked about it at the start of the set.
Well,
that's all good.
To be fair, a couple of them like, what's the sort of point? But yeah, shout out to Revan for putting another $15 in the match right now.
Oh. Was getting the money back.
Yeah, actually, I think he's making more of that back. So
yeah,
decent investment on his part. But yeah, if you haven't yet, exclamation code Matcherino, please use up those remaining nine codes. Again, they're absolutely free. They cost you nothing. All you have to do is sign in to a Matcherino account and then click the claim code button. Again, it's the same thing as like 90 other friggin' sites you're signed into. So like, it's not a friggin' big deal. It's really easy. But yeah, good shit. So, that'll do it for this week's bracket. Congratulations to Zefukai for taking first place all the way to the Grand Finals reset. Toothpaste for doing his best to hold his own into second place, or excuse me, their best time in second place. And then Revan showing up and taking third. Haven't seen Revan sort of show up kind of high place for a while, but Revan's been a good player for a long time.
Revan looking good tonight for sure.
Yeah, hype shit. But yeah, really good job from all 3 of our top players. Very much appreciate it. And big shout out to everyone who came out and played in our bracket for tonight. Very much appreciate it. Thank you. If you're interested in joining, be sure to follow myself, Bigpapachunk, on Twitter or the NorCalibur Twitter, so that you can always know when I will retweet out the bracket link, which is produced and operated by LevelUp and not myself. I don't control it. Someone else does it. But yeah, if you want to join up, it's again, this is open to any players basically in North America and slightly beyond. Again, we run this on Parsec, so if your connection to Parsec is good enough, then you're in the tournament. That's all that works for me.
All right, and once again, there's always more Caliber to be had. The Parsec server is working, so if you want to play more Parsec sets with other Caliber players, I will be streaming that on my channel. Shameless plug, but yeah, we got it working again. It kind of has a mood of its own now, so I actually have to fix it, but it's working, so we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah, OBS being temperamental, Parsec being temperamental.
Well, it might have been Logitech, but I'll test that out later. But yeah, there'll be some Parsec levels after that. I'm probably, unless there's someone more interesting I can go raid, I'll probably send you all over there.
No, that's just mean.
Damn.
Just because
Stride bracket's still going on for WNF.
Just because I silently stream Valorant now, I hold it down for the Caliber boys,
Hold it down for all the male VTubers who are mad they don't get enough views.
Silently streaming Valorant.
I don't know, man. There's another VTuber. It's her 1 year anniversary. She's doing a charity stream. I can go send y'all to her, but I don't know. There's also someone playing what looks like that. What's that top-down Fallout style RPG? That's not Fallout.
Wasteland?
Wasteland, yeah. I can't tell if they're playing. It looks like Wasteland. I can't tell.
Playing Wasteland in the
Caliber
in the Caliber tab.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But anyway, I'll send over everyone there. But yeah.
So unwinnable matchup this weekend if you're in there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you're in the Northern California Bay Area, the unwinnable matchup will be happening this Saturday at Guild House in downtown San Jose. If you're interested, again, follow me on Twitter. Hopefully, you're already in the NorCalibur Discord, which is separate from the WNF Discord, and you can sign up and register. Or you can just come out and hang out with us. We'll be there playing some games. There's also a Smash tournament going on, which is actually not as big as I thought. They only have like 26 people in their bracket right now, but I'm assuming like the rest.
Ultimate or Melee?
Ultimate, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh shit! Well, you say that now, but watch there be 100 people next door, come Saturday.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is like, yeah, well, that's pre-reg, and it's if they're like, in the rest of the FGC, like 90% of their players are going to sign up literally 5 seconds before the bracket starts.
They're going to be DMing the TO like, "Can I enter? I'm driving. I'm parking now." Like,
What's your
5
tag,
minutes
sir?
after start.
There's a fire. No, we can't do that for you.
Yeah, no. Anyway, so yeah.
Nemo, you gonna be there? You gonna be there? I don't think you're in the bracket, so I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm gonna be there. I might be late. That's why I'm like holding off on signing up because I have to like book it from Redwood City all the way to San Jose and then park and then walk. So
maybe you should commentate with me because I'm probably gonna be late.
Honestly,
too.
that might be the play for this Umu.
Yeah.
Because usually for Umus, I'm down for the food afterwards.
Valid. Alrighty.
Calibur player by label. I'm just here for the food.
But anyway, yeah, so that'll be happening. That is, again, that's a monthly series of tournaments. I also run casuals every Saturday at the same place, but that's in NorCal, so if you're in the Northern California Bay Area, you can come out. Otherwise, this weekend, CEO is happening down in Daytona, Florida. SoulCalibur's main event there, so tune in to the streams this weekend to watch that. Tomorrow night is another online Parsec tournament over at NLBC in New York. SabinDeus is hosting the monthly online. So you can go.
Please sign up for that.
Yeah, sign up. Get some players. It's same things. Runs on Parsec. It's just the Parsecs are hosted on the East Coast. So if your connection to my servers isn't that great, your connection to his servers might be a little bit better. And I don't know. He's also a tech wizard, so maybe he gives better magic than I do.
Wizard.
So yeah.
His Logitech software is a little nicer to him.
Apparent, probably, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so that's going on. CEO is happening this weekend, and then last shout out reminder that again, SoulCalibur 6 is going to be at EVO. It is going to be a side tournament. Sort of organized and hosted through the Vortex Gallery and the folks at 956 Productions. If you're interested in joining or going to EVO to play Calibur, go to startgg/Vortex Gallery to sign up for the event. Also make sure, please, that you purchase an EVO event badge as well, as you will not be able to play in any tournament, main or side event, if you do not have an event badge. So please make sure you purchase the event badge, and I believe early registration has ended for that, but I still think they're doing like normal registration, so they're still, the event badges are still just slightly more expensive. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a fun bracket. It will be live streamed. I think on my channel. It's either mine or the Faustian channel. I forget exactly which, but it will be live streamed. And in addition to that, we're doing some fun stuff with the Suite of History. So there'll be some extra fun stuff to look forward to watching and or playing in outside of the tournament itself. Again, big shouts out to Chapter and SabinDeus, and so I guess sort of myself to kind of trying to make this happen, because we're trying to make this year's Evo for SoulCalibur basically as fun as we can for anyone who goes. So make sure to follow us on Twitter so you can keep updated and know what's going on. And yeah,
it'll be a good event. Just because it's a side tournament, I don't think it's not going to be fantastic. And there's a lot of support from the organizers this year too.
Yes.
So it's not, in fact, you're not just going to be thrown into some tables and your setup's taken away right when the game ends. No. Like a certain experience we had at a certain Evo.
Well, I mean, the setups might have to go.
Pack it up, boy.
Yeah, and then there's going to be a 24/7 suite to play games.
Yeah, I mean, the setups might have to go because we are sharing. There are like 30 to 40 side events already at the at the Vortex Gallery. Like there are
the gallery is popping. Yeah, that's awesome though.
It's a lot of good stuff. But no, yeah, the Evo this year is going to be a much different experience, and I think it's going to be only for the better. So for any of you, if you've gone to EVO in the past and have not had a very good time, I believe this year, I can say confidently this year will be different. It might not still be what you're looking for exactly, but it's going to be, it's going to be a lot better. So if you're interested in all and are able to go, I highly recommend going, especially because this is probably gonna be like the only event on the West Coast for like a year or two. So,
yeah, come on out.
Also, bro, it's EVO. Fucking you don't want to
Vegas, baby.
Yeah, you don't want the opportunity to go like run on stage and challenge the Marvel like grand champion to a match right after they win.
No shirt.
Yeah, no shirt and your Xbox pad.
Yeah.
Wake up in some top player's bed and be like, "Yeah, I was looking for games."
Oh fuck that one too. Anyway, all right. All right, that's it for tonight. We'll be back again next week with episode 26, Wednesday Night Fights. Again, be sure to follow me and or the NorCalibur account on Twitter or any of the Twitters. Thank you to everyone who came out to watch tonight. Thank you for donating the Matcherino. Big shouts out to my commentators, BeanieThuggish, JJJ, Nemo, and uwucos. Very much appreciate you all so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Bye.
If you hate the fish, too bad. I'm going to go send you over to him.
Aha, got his ass.
Maybe, yeah. Anyway, have a good night. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, be kind, spread love, not anger, and all that other stuff. Read frame data and try and play fighting games calmly because it'll help in the long run. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.
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 All right, we're out.